is playing really well. You know, I think they're well coached. They're spending a lot of money, and you know they've put a lot into that organization. And you can see they're a good football team.
He continued to talk a bit more about the matchup between these two teams.
You know, this will be a good challenge for our team, and they're going to be essentially going up against players that what people would think are comparable to the best organizations in the country at this time. So we're aware of that. I don't think there's any secret that they have really good players, and you know, but I feel like our players will be excited to compete.
We've talked a lot about Zane Flores making his first start here at Autzen Stadium. What's that mean for him?
Our coaches need to put him in a good position. They need to give him things that I guess what he does best, and he needs to go play and be aggressive, not look over his shoulder. And he needs to go out and do what he's done all of his life, play quarterback, go out and play hard and have fun and compete. And our coaches need to put him in a good position.
Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy on the matchup. Next up, Dan Lanning on the matchup. Toyota Coach's Corner with Jerry Allen on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
You're cleaning up to host a backyard game day party or just powering through your fall projects, you can count on the performance of Steel. From blowers to chainsaws, Steel tools are built to go the distance. With legendary quality and real dealer support, you'll find the right tool and the right team for every job. Steel, proud supporter of your Oregon Ducks.
Throw it into the end zone. Was it caught? Yes! Touchdown!
Back to the action in 1 minute on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcased a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds. Learning new things comes with age.
My mom? She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. I'm Jerry Allen with head coach Dan Lanning. Toyota Coach's Corner. Coach, game one out of the way. Pretty impressive performance in that first game. You always go to the doctor on Sunday. We look at it and say, wow, great, very few mistakes. But what did you see out of that first game that you needed to work on this week?
I was really pleased with our effort. It's more about directed effort. Let's go make sure we execute the play exactly where it needs to go, right? Where do we need to be at? Where are our eyes? Who are we blocking? Defensively, same thing, right? We do those things, we'll be happy with the result.
Guys came out in this first game with so much focus, and it really looked like they were ready to play more than a lot of overs I've seen through the years. For you, was this a better performance in game one than you expect from a team?
No, I always expect our best, right? But they definitely came out and they did a good job, and now it's about that week really doesn't matter. What do we do this week?
Your depth was pretty impressive. We talk about having depth, guys that can step in and not drop off. There wasn't a lot of that drop off. Are you finding more depth, or did you see more from this team in a game situation than you saw in camp?
No, I saw the same thing in camp, but we saw 77 guys get on the field for us last Saturday, and hopefully that's something we're able to continue to recreate if we have guys that are playing above line football.
know you track everything in practice, but when you watch a game and you get to watch game film, do you see more in a game, more what a kid does or how different he is than in practice?
Well, don't tell me what you're going to do in a game if you haven't done it in practice, right? So our expectation is that practice should look like a game.
Dante Moore, from the day he got here until where he is now, he had a freshman year that was kind of rocky for him. How has he changed? What is he like now compared to when he got here?
He's just grown up. He's a mature player. It matters to him, right? His preparation is elite, and that's become a separator.
Gary Bryant Jr. was on our coaches show this week, and we tried to get him to talk about routes and catching the ball and getting the rock, and he wanted to refocus on other things that receivers do for their team. We saw a lot of that in that first game. Talk about Gary Bryant Jr. and what he's meant to this team coming back this year and being healthy.
Yeah, he's a veteran. He's a leader. He's got an unbelievable attitude every single day. We trust him, right? Wherever he's lined up, we trust that he's going to do his job and execute at a high level.
Get ready for an opponent that, not unlike your first week, you don't know a whole lot about. A head coach has been there a long time, new coordinators, a whole new staff, and a team that's a little bit different. How do you scout a team like this?
Yeah, a lot of prep. Like study the coordinators like we have in the past. Pay a lot of attention to the first game, and then ask yourself, okay, how would they attack us?
All right, and one final thing, special teams. Coach Lorig was on with us on Wednesday night. He said that he's really appreciative of how much you think special teams, how important it is. And your special teams is pretty good. Talk about Coach Lorig. He's been with you since your first day here. Why Joe?
Well, Joe and I have a high level of trust, and it always starts with trust. You trust the people you work with. I trust him implicitly. We see things a lot the same way, but we're also able to challenge each other with some different thoughts, and I think that gives us the best version of us.
Well, you had a great crowd on Saturday. It's going to be even bigger and better on this Saturday. Can't be any better than coming out of the tunnel with that noise, huh?
I love Autzen Stadium. I know they're going to be loud.
All right, we'll let you do it. I always say play well, and we'll catch you on that postgame show.
Sounds great. Thanks, Jerry.
Dan Lanning on the Toyota Coach's Corner. Toyota, let's go places. All season long, On Point will make a donation of $1,000 to the Eugene Education Foundation for each touchdown the Ducks score at Autzen Stadium. On Point, people are the point. When we return, it's time for our national anthem, and we'll get this thing kicked off on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Hey Duck fans, at Country Financial, they make insurance easy. Whether you're shopping for home, auto, or more, their representatives will take the time to understand your specific needs and explain what options work best for you. Worry less and feel more confident knowing you're covered. Visit countryfinancial.com to get started today. Experience more with Country Financial. Auto and home insurance policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Country Preferred Insurance Company, and Country Casualty Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois. It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing. Because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
Hey, Duck fans, it's a great day for a Duck game. We got a big party going, and Kenny Wheaton has joined the party. Oh, the Ducks are going to need some refreshments here. There's a Dang Green IPA from Hop Valley in the corner of the cooler. It's selected. Kenny Wayne's going to pour. Dang Green, the most incredible choice for a football game.
The official craft beer of the Ducks is Dang Green.
Hop Valley Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Please celebrate responsibly.
Back at Autzen with our national anthem. The Oregon Marching Band with our national anthem. That wraps up the OCCU pregame show from the Country Financial broadcast booth. After this, Dusty Harris on the Toyota sidelines. Jerry Allen and Mike Jorgensen have the call as the Ducks host Oklahoma State at Autzen on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Ducks fans, with McDelivery from McDonald's, the only thing you'll be walking to is Autzen Stadium. Whether you're fueling up before the tailgate or coming home after the W, your favorites are just a tap away. Because it's always a good day for golden fries, crispy chicken sandwiches, and hearty breakfasts delivered right to your door. That's McDelivery from McDonald's, the official breakfast of Oregon Athletics. At participating McDonald's, most opt into rewards. Delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery other fees may apply. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Standards starting to set in.
Nothing's going to change. I know it's a different opponent, but Seven's going to be the same.
Sadiq with a catch, bounces off a tackle, and will score. Pressure comes, there he goes. And Mateo Uyunglele has sack number 2 in the game.
You're looking for ambitious guys, right? But that are also understand that if I don't do what's necessary, I don't deserve that role.
You put yourself to a certain point, a certain standard that on Saturday it should look a certain way.
And I think they realize, like, you got to pay rent every single day.
Got away from the tackle at the 10, walk it in. Touchdown, Gary Bryant Jr. Off and stuffed. Amari Washington.
Oregon.
Nothing's going to change. We're going to push ourselves, better ourselves.
Oklahoma State.
Guys that are ambitious, they love ball, they want to be great, they're infatuated being great, they see growth moments.
This is Duck Football. Learfield and the Oregon Sports Network bring you live play-by-play coverage of Oregon Duck football. Today's game is brought to you by On Point Community Credit Union. People are the point. McDonald's, the official breakfast of University of Oregon Athletics. Have your McDonald's favorites delivered right to your door with McDelivery. By U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of Oregon Athletics. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. By Toyota. Let's go places. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com. And by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. It's game time on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Now back to the Country Financial broadcast booth and the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Well, thank you very much, and welcome back to what is becoming a full house of green. And you know what? Oklahoma State has had a couple of years, but their fans showed up on the road, long way from home, and they're kind of scattered throughout. Georgie, nice little contingent of Cowboy fans on the left.
I'll bet you're excited to be here. You know, this stadium all of a sudden, over the last 10, 15 years, has become a house of doom for a lot of visiting teams, and there's a reason for it, but people don't understand it till they're here, and that's what I think is really cool about the Oklahoma State fans being here, let alone just a beautiful day here in Eugene and in Oregon. So,
a couple of the guys from the broadcast crew for Oklahoma State said they came out early and played golf on Thursday and Friday. Said everything's so green out here, it's beautiful. I said, yeah, we got to get used to it. Dusty Hare down below the Toyota sideline. Mike, what just came out of the tunnel, Dusty?
I wish I could tell you, but I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. The duck is dressed up in what appears to be in a rabbit costume.
As I say, there's teeth.
Like a keychain on the back. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of frightened. A little concerned.
It's like a key ring, walking key ring.
Well, the head stayed on. That's the best thing about it.
It's a boo is what we're
See, I don't have little kids anymore, so I have no idea what a little
I can take no credit for that. Chris Clayton did a quick search. So.
Oh, okay. Well, the duck was a labubu today. Now we're open at Oregon, and Oklahoma State put on a good ball game. We don't see a lot of labubus here today in a good contest. And it's another one of these games, and I remember seeing it a few times last year. Don't know what to expect, but against a Oklahoma State team that is so almost entirely new. Head coach still here, entire staff gone, all new staff, and over half of this football team is new players. So it really is kind of a mystery as to what we will see. But I said this before, this is big-time college football. This is a program that deserves respect. They've been there, and they could be there in a heartbeat, just like that today.
Yeah, they could be. And one of the things I don't know what to expect, Jerry, is can you replicate the quality of football that you played last week against Montana State? That's what I'm interested to see about this Oregon Duck team more than probably Oklahoma State's new coaching staff and new players and everything else that goes with it, is can this Oregon Duck team put 2 in a row of those together with a step up in athletes, competition, and everything that goes with it? Can they have step up and play that way 2 weeks in a row? That's what I'm curious about.
Dusty here will get a great look at it on the sideline with the Ducks on the far side. Dusty, this is an opportunity for Oregon for 2 weeks in a row to show that what we saw is what they are.
Absolutely, and especially after, remember the start of last year, there was a lot of apprehension from Duck fans watching their team against Idaho and with Boise State. Well, this year they came out with a bang and they righted what they seemed as wrongs in weeks 1 and 2 last year, and they came out firing. And right now, if you guys heard the boos from the Autzen fans, that wasn't Oklahoma State coming out. On the Jumbotron here in Autzen Stadium, they replayed the comments from earlier in the week from head coach Mike Gundy about the Autzen crowd not affecting Zane Flores getting his first start here at Autzen Stadium. They're going to be rabid today when the Cowboys take the field.
Yeah, our captains are coming out now, so we get the flip of the coin pretty quick here, and we're waiting for the motorcycle and the team. We see on the big screen the team has left the locker room from the HTC, walking down and approaching the tunnel now. At the far end, we can hear the Harley in the tunnel. It'll come roaring out, and this crowd will erupt. Cowboys come out of their end of the tunnel, and you hear the boos. College football. What a setting. I just keep wanting to say it doesn't get any better than this. But I know there are stadiums across this great country who have entrances and their own crowds that do their thing. And Jordan, it's all great. It's just all great.
It's what made college athletics so exciting.
Yes.
And I don't care what the sport is, but when you take it up to this level with 55,000 people, a motorcycle, smoke and fog and everything else goes, and a jacked up crowd, you just can't beat it.
You can hear the Harley just idling in that tunnel. The team assembling behind them. They are coming. The bike wants to come out. The Duck will be on the back, and this crowd will let you know when the Ducks come onto the field. I got goosebumps. I got a Harley. I got a Duck and a Harley, and I got a football team. Let's play ball. Oh, what a rush. It is just never gets old. I see Kenyon Sadiq on the far side. I see, I believe, Mateo Ungalale. There's also Dylan Thieneman and Dante Moore. Those are the co-captains for Oregon. Captains on the near side here below us. The Cowboys will be in orange pants with the white tops and the orange numbers. And they're going to go with big number 99, Iman Oates. See number 6 out there. And that is a linebacker, Brandon Rawls. They'll line up Oregon to the west goal. Dylan Smith out there with the Cowboy captains. And let's get the flip of the coin for you.
Okay, guys, here's our coin for today. This is heads. This is tails. Heads, tails. Oklahoma State, you're my visitor. What's your call? This call is tails. It's heads. You've won the toss. You want the ball? Which direction do you want to kick? Stay right where you are. Oregon has won the toss and elected to receive.
Let's get that offense on the field. Ducks win the flip. They want the ball. They'll receive, and they will receive from the west side. Oklahoma State will kick from the right, and they'll head to the sidelines, and we'll head away and come back and get you ready for a Duck football game. Ducks and the Cowboys. Sold-out crowd here at Autzen Stadium. Green out. Overcast. Expect some sunshine. It's going to be a perfect day for a football game. Let's get it. When we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck, yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck, yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. Back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son?
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium. Ducks in all green with the yellow numbers. As deep down to our left, Mr. Whittington will set up at the goal line to kick it off. Wes Paul kicked off 6 times last week. 1 out of bounds, 4 touchbacks. Whittington. We had fun talking about special teams this week on the Wednesday Night Show. We'll tell more about that in a moment. Dusty, here, that's a question I'll have for you. Were you a special teams guy? Did you play special teams?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's the biggest part of the game. It gets everything going for everybody.
Coach Joe Lurick, special teams coach, was our guest Wednesday night, and we learned a lot. Here's you go. Football's in the air. Line drive. That one may go out of bounds. It did. So 7 kicks, 2 out of bounds for Wes Paul, and Whittington will not have a chance.
Kick out of bounds, kicking team. Ball we placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
I don't think that's what Mike Gundy and the Cowboy staff wanted. They did not want to give Oregon an extra 5 yards. So the Ducks will have great field position at the 35, right hash. Dante Moore, 6'3", 206, Richard sophomore. Really good week last week. So, see what the Ducks do on first down as they huddle up to the left side. Now all run over to the right where the ball's on the right hash mark. No Whittington in the backfield with Dante Moore. Jamari Johnson and Kenyon Sadiq will be 2 tight ends set. To the right comes Dorian Moore, that freshman wide receiver. Everybody else in tight. There's a motion man to the right. And back off play action to throw. Moore throws it out. Caught it. Johnson. Jamari is tackled almost right away, but he is probably a good 5, almost 6 yards on first down.
Good open field tackle out there to really prevent a bigger gain on that play.
Yeah, Cale Smith, cornerback on that right side of the defense, came up and made the play, but not before Johnson got 6. Second down and 4. From the pistol, Whittington right behind Dante Moore. There's motion to the right. Give it to Whittington up the middle. Nice big hole. He's gone. Oh, my gosh. Speed. 20, 10, 5. Boom. do you like our offense? It can score in a hurry. 59 yards. No Whittington. The middle opened up, Jordan.
Set the tone on the ground, and that's what I love about this. It just sends a message right off the bat. 5 yards on a pass, but how about the rest of it by running it right up your gut? And that's what Oregon did there. Opened up a nice hole, and Noah Whittington running for 4 to make 40. You run hard, you're going to pop out the back of the hole, and that's exactly what he did.
Smith was Kevin Chase, but could not catch him from behind. Extra point kick coming up. Atticus Sappington. Snap, place, kick up. Good. Wow. Let's start giving away money, huh? All season long. On Point's going to make a donation of $1,000 to Eugene Education Foundation to reach touchdown the Ducks score at Autzen Stadium. There's a quick grand right there. We'll come back, give you the drive. As long as it was, when we come back after this, 7-0 Oregon. Have we played a minute? No, we haven't even played a minute of football yet on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Duck fans, it's a great day for a Duck game. We got a big party going, and Kenny Wheaton has joined the party.
Oh, the Ducks are going to need some refreshments here. There's a dang green IPA from Hobb Valley in the corner of the cooler.
It's selected. It's selected. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour. Kenny Wheaton's going to pour.
Dang green, the most incredible choice for a football game.
The official craft beer of the Ducks is Dang Green.
Hobb Valley Brewing Company, Portland, Oregon. Please celebrate responsibly.
Ducks fans, with McDelivery from McDonald's, the only thing you'll be welcome to is Autzen Stadium. Whether you're fueling up before the tailgate or coming home after the W, your favorites are just a tap away. Because it's always a good day for golden fries, crispy chicken sandwiches, and hearty breakfasts delivered right to your door. That's McDelivery from McDonald's, the official breakfast of Oregon Athletics. At participating McDonald's, most opt into rewards. Delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery other fees may apply. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You know you make me wanna take my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now.
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium. First responders being recognized here during our timeout. Those in attendance standing and getting a big round of applause. Well, we played less than a minute of football.
Oregon number 40 will be wearing number 87. Correction, Oklahoma State, number 40, will be wearing 87. Oklahoma State, number 16, will be wearing 89.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, that's it. What a way to start, huh?
Yeah, really.
Just like last week. I mean, think about last week, and I'll get you to drive summary here in just a second. Noah Whittington ripped off a 35-yard run to start the game last week. This time, he goes 59 yards on the touchdown. The second play of the game, the Toyota drive summary, Oregon 2 plays, 65 yards in 40 seconds. Whittington, the last 59 yards for the touchdown. Sappington's extra point, 14:20 left here in the first quarter. Oregon leads Oklahoma State 7-0. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
So the number changes, I believe, will be the return men for Oklahoma State. See, we got down to a right. Can't see the number to its right. Looks like a single digit. Sam Jackson, number 18. All right, Sam Jackson deep down to our right as the Ducks will kick it off. That happened so quick. I know Oklahoma State wasn't ready for it. I'm not sure we were ready for it up here either. Sappington will approach the ball from our left to our right. Foot into it. Going to go high, and we'll go a few yards deep into the end zone and come out to the 25-yard line. Well, an offense that is, for the most part, very new. Zane Flores, 3 carries last week in a secondary role, but he became the starter when their starter went down and is going to be out for a few weeks. So Zane Flores, 6'3", 215-pound redshirt freshman. See who he has behind him. He'll send way out to the right, Christian Fitzpatrick. One receiver comes far left. In the backfield, Blake Rodney Fields. From the shotgun. Flores, turn, hand it off. A little bit of a hole up the middle, but it closes quickly as Devin Jackson gets the wrap up on the tackle. And a short gain. That's number 25. 9
not a number that was on their depth chart. We're going to see a lot of guys that are not listed on their 3 deep. Yeah, Freddie Brock. Here's second down, a 4-yard pickup, second down at 6. Little fullback action now. Here's a quick throw over the middle and just a little too far out in front of the intended receiver, Gavin Freeman. Freeman lined up out to the right, cut across the middle pass. He was open, actually.
Yeah, he was. He'd beaten the defender inside, and that ball just a little too out and far in front of Freeman. And very much like a Taco Dowler player. Number 17, he's going to be running around all over the place out there. Had a bunch of catches last week in their victory.
3 receivers strung out to the right for Flores. Shotgun on 3rd and 6. From his own 29, the snap, quick throw, incomplete. Might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. And he had to get rid of that ball because he was going to get decked.
I mean, and who was going to hit him? There were that many guys closing in on him just that quickly, but the ball gets batted down at the line of scrimmage, and Duck defense does a great job on the opening drive.
It was Amari Washington. If he doesn't bat it down or if he doesn't get rid of the ball, he's going to get a sack. I mean, he was right in his face. Logan Ward punts it very, hopping not very far. Gary Bryant makes the fair catch call. He kind of got bumped when he caught that ball at the 35. The fans here saw it. No flag, and Oregon will get the ball for the second time, and we will get another timeout. Before we do, let's go downstairs to Dusty Hara. Dusty, quick start. Exactly what Oregon wanted to do, and that is make Oklahoma State play honest.
Make them play honest in execution at a premium level. When you have a pass rusher like Wendell Gregory, 3 sacks last week, the best way to keep him honest, run the football. 59 yards to the house on the first carry is a great way to do it.
7-0 Oregon. We've barely played 2 minutes. 13:36 remaining first quarter. Oregon with the ball back for the second time when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty, included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially. Like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your Duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Oregon.
He runs. He scores.
Oklahoma State.
Touchdown, Oregon.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you. Welcome back. 7-0 Oregon. Hey, this is something you need to let Duck fans know if they're coming to the game. You can listen to our broadcast live with no delay in Autzen Stadium now. We used to do that a long time ago. We're doing it again. Head to goducks.com/in-venue audio, and you can catch every call in real time. It's brought to you by Learfield and the Sportsbook Network. Once again, goducks.com/in-venue audio. And then you can listen to the games here. We'll give you the insight and all the stuff that's going on. Pretty cool. So in Oregon, we'll get it back for the second time in 2 minutes. The first play was a pass, and Johnson got 6. The second play went the rest of the way as Whittington put the Ducks up 7-0. He had a touchdown last week. He had 6 TDs last year. He's off to a good start again this year. Ducks will go from their own 35-yard line. First down. Way out to the right. Jeremiah McClellan. 2 Ducks out to the left-hand side. Tied in inside of the slot. Whittington to the backfield. Snap, back to throw. Rolling to his left, sets up, going deep, and he's got him. Ja'Cory Moore with a catch. Inside on his feet at the 15. Are you kidding me? Touchdown! 3 plays in the game for Oregon's offense. 2 of them touchdowns.
And Dante Moore knew it as soon as he set up behind his offensive line. No pressure. Oklahoma State decided to bring pressure man-to-man down the field. Look out if you're trying to guard Decorian Moore man-to-man. He beat his man badly, and Dante Moore put the ball right on the money.
65 yards. Oregon shows going for 2. Will they? Snap? Yeah, it's going to be Sadiq going left. A straight arm, and he didn't get there. He'll get it to the 1, but that is not in, and that will be a missed extra point as they go for 2. So with 13:24 remaining.
And how about the cutback, by the way?
Well,
he's going to get tackled. Instead, he cuts back.
Great vision. He realizes.
Completely beats his man.
So 13-0 Oregon. 3 plays. A 65-yard touchdown to Decorian Moore in Woodington. What, 49 yards? Something like that. 59 yards. It's a big play day so far for Oregon. And the drive, Jorge, kind of short.
Yeah, kind of short, no doubt. The Toyota drive summary, 1 play, 65 yards in 12 seconds. Decorian Moore, a 65-yard touchdown reception from Dante Moore. The 2-point conversion, Kenyon Sadiq trying to run it in. Didn't work. Oregon 13, Oklahoma State nothing. 13-24 left here in the first quarter. Drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
How about that? Your 4th catch as a Duck, a freshman. Your 4th catch is a touchdown. That ball is going to kick into the end zone and come out to the 25. Big play capability of Oregon.
Well, I like what Ryan Milano also had to say. How about the blitz pickup by Noah Whittington? It's not just about running it 59 yards. It's about making the key block on the blitzer that got through. He picked him up. Dante Moore rolled out, and the rest was history.
So first down, Flores. And in the backfield is Caleb Hicks. 56 yards rushing last week from the shotgun. Hand it to Hicks, going right. Try to cut it back and won't get anything. Back to the line of scrimmage to the 25. And Betcher, the first Duck there. Bryce Betcher got help. There were 2 of the other Ducks that closed in right away as well. No gain, second down at 10. At the Oklahoma State 25, Zane Flores, 6'3", 215-pound redshirt freshman. He can run, too. Oh, the left guard decided to try to block early.
Full start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty.
The transfer from Virginia Tech, Bob Schick, he's 6'6", 305, and he went way early. He stepped out like that was going to be a running play. That was not a block.
Well, and what was interesting is he went off sides and then he kind of snuck back like, did anybody see me? How do you miss 300 pounds?
But nobody else moved. Oregon didn't react to it. 2nd and 15 at the 20 now for Flores. Motion man comes all the way left and hand it off again. Little room this time, about 5 yards on the pickup. That's Caleb Hicks. Got through quickly to the right, and the cutback got him almost 5 yards.
Oh, but Thieneman comes up. I mean, just sudden. He makes the move to make a tackle, and boom, the man goes down.
We'll watch our replay here and see it. Boy, did he ever close. Thieneman, Purdue, transfer, Oregon. The portal really good this year for Oregon. We'll talk more about it. Here's 3rd and 10. 2 receivers come out. Now 3 out to the left side for Flores. Sends his tight end Stewart back to the right. They're going to keep it and run right. Tripped up at the line. Tatum Tuioti scraping down that left line as Flores tried to get outside of it, but he didn't do it.
Timeout for an injured offensive player.
Laid out to make the play. dove out, tripped up the quarterback, but I don't think that play was going to go very far anyway. It was well defended. But that play by Tuioti to be able to make the tackle and trip up the quarterback, fantastic.
And the injured player on the field is Quentin Stewart, who was out blocking ahead of Zane Flores. Flores got tripped up and fell into the back legs of Stewart. Man, that is a tough shot to take when you don't know what's back there. Your foot's planted on the ground. Guy comes behind you and hits you about the knee, and you can't move your leg. Hope he's all right. I just hate to see anybody get hurt. Quentin Stewart. So, and a lot of new faces, a lot of guys, first-time starters on this Cowboy team. So, almost no gain. Punt time, 4th down. And West Paul will punt it away again. Here is deep. Very high. Hang time. Fair catch called for and taken at about the 27-yard line. I asked Gary Bryant Jr. this week, I said, when that ball's in the air and you see it coming, are you kind of looking downfield to see who's coming? And he said, no, I got to watch the ball. It moves on you. 46 yards and great hang time. So Oregon will have their poorest field position of the game, which hasn't been a factor so far. 13-0. Ducks for the lead. We got a timeout. Kohl's has the back-to-school styles that spoil them at prices that will spoil you. Jeans and tees to sneakers and more means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Right here and come back to more Duck football on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. It's at Stadium. On-point touchdowns for teachers. I neglected to say after our second touchdown because it happened so quickly that On-Point all season long is going to make a donation of $1,000 to the Eugene Education Foundation for each touchdown the Ducks score at Autzen. So, On-Point Community Credit Union, where people are the point.
3 plays, 130 yards of offense. Pretty good average. 43 yards a play. Oregon's 13 points in the first 3.5 minutes of this game. Big plays. Noah Whittington, and then a pass from Moore to Moore for a touchdown, and that's what has Oregon ahead 13-0 on their third possession coming up.
The duck got to fly. The duck got to fly. Now, it was in a blimp, but he got to fly. Duck went up with a Goodyear blimp, which is here for the game. They're spending a West Coast here. They'll be up in Seattle next week. The duck was in the blimp. That's pretty cool. 2 receivers out to the right for Dante Moore. Whittington still in the backfield. Motion comes right, and that is just as slow. And here is the give. Whittington again up the middle. Look out! Look out! He almost broke it. He'll go 11 yards and gets wrapped up at the 39. A step away from being gone again. Parker Robertson saved the tackle.
Boy, the hole up front, unbelievable. The way that they seal off the left side, Whittington just walks through that hole and almost walked another 65, 70 yards on that play.
3 receivers out to the right. Whittington to the left of Dante Moore on first down at their own 39. And give it to Whittington again. Going left, there's another big hole. Cuts it for another 9, almost 10 yards. It is 10. It'll be another first down. And again,
Parker Robertson, who is a safety, up to make the stop. But you get 10 yards downfield, your safety is going to have to make that stop. To the 50, first down. 10:25 remaining, first quarter, 13-0 Oregon. And in the backfield now, Lamar. Jaden Lamar to the left of Dante Moore. Here's a pump fake pitch. One down the late pass over to Lamar down the sideline. They got a first down and more out of bounds. And a penalty flag will come in. There's two of them back at the 45 of Oklahoma State. Let's go downstairs quickly again at Toyota sideline. Mike Dusty.
That one might be offensive pass interference on Jamari Johnson as he engaged the defender right as the ball was thrown.
Holding. Offense, number 9. 10-yard penalty enforced from the spot of the foul. First down.
Yeah, I think because that ball was behind the line of scrimmage, you can engage on the block. It's just what he ends up doing is holding the guy for a little extra, another 4 or 5 yards down the field. And so that officially would have been a rush by Jaden Lamar because it was a backwards pass, a lateral, so it would have been a rush and not a completion for Dante Moore.
He actually was looking to go downfield with the initial. I mean, he looked downfield and set it up with a fake pitch and then ended up throwing it out there to Lamar. Here's first down at 15 back at the Oregon 45. And Jay Harris in the backfield. He gets a little swing pass out to the right, trying to cut it outside and can't get through 3 Cowboys as there were not enough blockers. A couple of guys over there blocking, but there were 3 Oklahoma State players and only 2 blockers. So it'll go as a very short 2-yard gain. It'll be second down and still 13. Give a yard, second and 14.
Pre-designed play. That ball was designed to get out of Dante Moore's hands and into Jay Harris's hands quickly on a kind of a wide screen, almost like a sweep play is what it was.
Lamar to the right of Dante Moore. Snap it back to throw Moore. Looking down left, wants to go, and a little overthrown. Pretty good coverage. Yeah, he would have had to get that ball into a tight window and just could not get it. Right there, doing a great job is Karn Smith. So it'll be third down now. Oregon last week was 49% on third down completions. Here's Moore. Sadiq in motion makes the 3 receivers out to the left. The boundary right side alone is Justice Lowe. And 5 seconds on the play clock. Got to hurry up. Moore with 3, with 2, with 1 snap and back to throw. Over the middle, it gets it to Justice Lowe. He's going to get it upfield close to a first down, but he's not going to quite get there across the 45 to the 43, where it'll be fourth down. And I don't think you even do anything but run the play. Fourth down at about 3. Ducks will go for it. Too far away for a field goal. You don't gain that much by punting. So fourth down. Way out to the right comes Malik Benson. 2 receivers left, one of those Sadiq. And in the backfield, Gary Bryant, one of the receivers. Now we get a timeout. Oklahoma may call timeout. They on fourth.
Oklahoma State has called their first timeout of the half.
Yeah.
30-second timeout.
Fourth down and 3, almost 4. Probably a pretty smart timeout. I mean, right here, the last thing you want to do is give Oregon another first down and get down 3 scores in a hurry.
Yeah, about 10 seconds earlier, Jerry, Oklahoma State had tried to run a whole different defensive package onto the field. They got about halfway there, and then they pulled them back off. So it looked like there was some confusion as to what they wanted to do. Are we in the right set to defend it? Now we can't do anything more about it. The best thing to do is call timeout, because right here, if Oklahoma State gives up a first down and Oregon continues on down, you're going to have a really hard time coming back from that type of deficit. Whereas you make a shot here, it gives you some momentum and gets your offense excited.
Ducks will have Gary Bryant Jr., Justice Lowe as receivers. On fourth down and 4, what do they dial up here? Looks like Whittington is back in the ball game. He is to the left of Dante Moore. Grouped receivers to the left. Now one of those in motion to the right. Back to throw Moore. Quick throw. Incomplete. Gary Bryant was intended, and right on his back and almost touching it was Cleveland. Landon Cleveland. Duck fans boo. I don't know if that was interference or not. Did you get a look at that all down below, Dusty? It's hard to tell whether
Yeah, in drives like that, or in plays like that, situational football, they're going to allow a little bit more contact. On a 4th down and 2, and you're going to throw the football like that, I don't think it was egregious enough. Defender's arms went up. There was contact with the upper body, but not enough to make it to draw a penalty. That was just an overthrown ball as well. It would have been really hard for Gary Bryant Jr. to haul that one in.
Yeah, good no call. Timeout, 8:29 remaining here in this first quarter. 13-0 Oregon, and the Ducks turn it over on downs. Oklahoma State is held. They'll get the ball at their own 44-yard line. Really decent field position after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
It's another great fall Saturday in Oregon. Friends, family, and football. Let's keep it great by making a game plan for getting everyone home safely. If you're drinking, take a quick time out and pass the keys to someone who's not. By designating a responsible driver, you'll make sure the whole team gets to keep playing. Because no day like this should end with a tragic loss for any family. Let's be in it to win it by saving lives together. Drive sober. It's the way to go. A reminder from ODOT.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby. Better than I've been to myself.
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium. 8:29 remaining first quarter. 13-0 Oregon on 2 big plays. Oregon totally in control, obviously. I mean, if you've been watching or listening, Oklahoma State is averaging 1.7 yards per play. Oregon, 16.3 yards per play. 2 huge plays. Whittington with that run, and then the big throw and catch to Darian Moore. Been a highlight reel already. We're not even out of the first quarter.
Yeah. Big 4th down stop there by Oklahoma State. Give them a little shot of adrenaline and some energy here as they take over 1st and 10 at their own 44. So the Cowboys needed that, and their defense did it. And it's put the offense in a position now where we need to do something with it.
Field position. The opportunity to run or pass the ball. Zane Flores, pretty mobile quarterback. So you got to honor that he can't take off and run. In the backfield in that shotgun look behind Flores. Once again, Thomas. The bigger Trent Howland. He'll get the ball, running right to throw. And throw and catch. What a throw and what a catch. That was a heck of a throw by Zane Flores. I didn't think that ball had a chance to get in there with that coverage.
I didn't either. The underneath coverage is close enough. You would think Oregon be able to bat that down. And yet he just threaded the needle.
Back to throw again. Wanting to go deep. Way down the side. That one is knocked away. And I'll tell you what, that ball had a chance to be picked off if it's more inbounds. It was intended for Shamar Rigby. And closing on it was Thieneman, and he went up with a chance.
Doing his job. Playing that half of the field in cover 2. He's got that half of the field, and he's the guy who gets over there and really knocks that ball away.
2nd down and 10 at the Duck 42-yard line. After that first big pass completion, trips out to the left, one to the right. Flores with a snap, going to throw again. Pressure and hit. Oh my gosh, did he get hit? He kind of got hit as that ball was coming out, and he just could not follow through, and the ball just fluttered to the ground.
Oh, boy, great opportunity there for an interception off of the hit on the quarterback and the pressure that came with it.
How did Devin Jackson not follow through and take him down, which he might have got a flag? That was a great play by Devin Jackson. So 3rd down and 10. Cowboys looking to the side, and the noise is a factor. 5 on the play clock, and have to hurry. Flores wants the ball, got it in time, back to throw. Pressure comes, gets away from it, runs, and now gets caught from behind at the 40-yard line. Mateo Uyunglele came from behind. Looked like Flores might have a chance to get outside a little bit. But it'll be 4th down and 8, and the Cowboys will come in and punt it away. With 7:38 left here in the first quarter. Still 13-0 Oregon. There was a little room to escape for Flores, but Ducks just closed too quickly. Team speed, that's one thing Oregon has. You got to honor. To punt, Wes Paul will try to hang it high with that backward kick. This is going to be near the goal line, and he caught a yard deep in the end zone. Almost a great play by Oklahoma State. 40 yards on the punt, but it'll come out to the 25. Jorgie, I'll let you kind of explain lost yardage. Remember, we got that explanation from Coach?
You know, I'm gonna pull it back up again because I had the sheet open.
Joe Lorig explained lost yardage in a ball game. Something we never talk about, never considered, but it's a huge stat in a ball game. We'll tell you about it after Oregon runs a couple of plays here.
John Lundquist is going to have to start tracking it for us.
Lost yardage, okay.
There's no clue what we're out talking about, but...
First down to Oregon as the Ducks go with double backs. Lamar and Whittington each side of Dante. 2 receivers out to the left. Here they're Whittington up the middle. Nice little hold. He'll lower his head and carry a few bodies for 9 yards. And right now, Noah Whittington is kind of putting on a show. Whittington with 91 yards on 4 carries.
And he's got a lot of lanes to run through.
Oh, the blocking up front has been really, really solid. Dante Moore had 2 backs beside him in the backfield. And this time, he'll go from under center. Lamar, the lone back behind him. And whistles will blow and somebody move. Flags down. It'll be a procedure called against the Ducks.
Boy, you think about the lack of penalties last week, and Oregon's got 2 here in the first quarter already.
False start. Offense. Not all 11 players were set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Well, Dante Moore got under center and started to move that play pretty quickly, and apparently didn't get everybody set before he did.
Hidden yardage.
Hidden yardage.
We're talking about hidden yardage.
Okay. Corey Moore and Sadiq will go out to the left-hand side. And out to the right come Johnson and also Kyle Casper. Johnson goes back to the formation, sets up like an H-back, as does Sadiq. So 2 tight ends. Here's the handoff. Lamar go outside, got some pretty good speed, a good block. 35, 40, sideline 50. Jalen speed, 45, 35 inside of the 25. And then out of bounds. Jaden Lamar, but boy, did he have some blockers down helping him out.
And he hesitated a little bit to set him up even better. He could have run right past the blockers. Instead, he slowed down just a little bit, allowed the block to be made, and then continued on.
Dante Moore with a snap very quickly. Here's the screen. The one-man screen. Moore gets by one man, drags him across the 20 to the 19. 53 yards on that run just a moment ago by Jaden Lamar.
It makes you wonder why they never throw it. The way they're running the ball here today.
Pickup of 4, 2nd down at 6 at the 19. As Kyle Casper, Kyler comes back to the kind of a muddle huddle. Not really a true tight huddle. I think it was Mike Bellotti that first called that a muddle huddle. Cooper Perry also in. And De'Aaron Hill. Sadiq in motion, comes right. Under center. Dante back, play action. Nope, going to flip it to the end around. De'Aaron Hill's got room. 10, he's got a block. He'll sail into the end zone. Oregon has tremendous blocking on this football team. As a result, the running backs are running free.
I mean, the lanes that Hill had to run through there had fooled Oklahoma State already, but he just cruised into the end zone with lots of lanes to run to. He had 3 or 4 choices there. And again, what I love about Hill, line him up at receiver, line him up at running back. He's effective at both. How do you defend the guy?
De'Aaron Hill. A lot of people in that running back room. A lot of people, and they're all getting a chance to play too. Oregon will go 4-2. Or will they? Going to reset the play clock. It ran down, and then I don't know if they've reset it. Yeah, I think they have. So Dante's still in the ball game. Oh, well, empty backfield. He'll go 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Now, those receivers close the formation. Tight formation. And we got a flag. And we got it into the back of the end zone. Catch made. DeCorian Moore with a flag down. Oregon, I think, had 2 men in motion. Yeah. Jeez. And you can sort of see it. You can move 2 guys, but one of them's got to get set, and then the other one can move. So the touchdown to Sadiq, I believe. Now, the officials are talking about it. DeCorian Moore, I beg your pardon.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 players in motion. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Yeah.
The type of mistakes they didn't make at all last week. They've made 2 or 3 penalty type of mistakes today. Jumping a little early, 2 people in motion.
Kyler Casper was on the line, and Sadiq motioned for him to move back, and he was moving back as the motion man was in motion, so that was the 2 guys in motion. So no 2-point try, an extra point kick coming up from Sappington. The placement of the ball is 16, so a long extra point, but he's got it up and through. So, another $1,000 donation, $1,000 to the Eugene Education Foundation from On Point. On Point, people are the point. And with 5:04 left still in the first quarter, it's Oregon 20 and Oklahoma State nothing. Dusty Harrop down at the sideline, our Toyota sideline Mike. I mean, some big plays in the running backs and the passing game. But you got to really highlight the blocking of this football team.
The blocking, we highlighted the perimeter blocking after last week's game against Montana State, but it's everybody else that's doing the dirty work in this game. The offensive line creating massive running lanes for the bats. But prior to the big run by Jaden Lamar, you mentioned it, Jerry, there was a 2-back set with Noah Whittington and Jaden Lamar in the backfield. On that run by Noah Whittington, it was Jaden Lamar rooting out linebackers and pushing Noah Whittington forward after he made initial contact. And Will Stein rewarded him with a carry of his own, and he made that payoff in a big 53-yard run.
20-zip drive as the kickoff comes short. This one a chance to be returned, but we'll go into the end zone and we'll come out to the 25. And a real scoring drive.
Yeah, another Toyota drive summary. This one again in Oregon's favor. Every one of them has been today. The Toyota drive summary. 4 plays, 80 yards, 211 is all it took. Dyer Hill, 19-yard touchdown run. Dier. I'm having a really hard time with that. I love the guy, and I'm having a hard time with his first name. Dier Hill. Sappington's extra point. It's Oregon 20, Oklahoma State nothing. 5:04 left here in the first quarter. By the way, Oregon's got 163 rushing yards in the first quarter.
2 backs beside, or Zane Flores, one blocking fullback position with a shotgun, and the handoff out of the backfield is to Fields, Rodney Fields Jr., a 5'9", 195-pound redshirt freshman. Getting really his first play. Didn't get a carry last week. Picks up 3. Second down and 7. Under 5 minutes left first quarter. Here's the handoff again. Fields gets a little room this time across the 33, where he'll go down there. It'll be third down and manageable. Third down and short for Zane Flores and the Cowboys.
Probably a play that should have gone a little further if he doesn't get tripped up by one of his own offensive linemen.
So 2 receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Terrell Davis on the boundary side. He's the lone receiver there now. 2 receivers to the right. On third down and 2. And the handoff. Nope, gonna get first down. No, or did he get there? No, he did not. He did not. I thought he was going to get he needed the 35, and he's going to be half a yard short.
Who was at the bottom of the pile there? Was it Blake Purchase?
Kennedy.
Oh, you're right, it was Kennedy. And then Purchase finished him off.
And the Cowboys appear on fourth down and a half a yard to be going for it. Down 20-0 at their own 34-yard line.
Do they try to draw Oregon?
Up under center. Flores. Snap. Hand it off. Now we got a whistle. Oregon saw what they were doing, decided didn't like the way we set it up. Let's call timeout before they run the play.
Oregon has called their first timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
And that may be enough for Oklahoma State to say, you know what? No surprise now. Let's punt it away. I'll be surprised, Georgie, if they go for it on 4th down at the yard at their own 34. I just, you know, they're not the Philadelphia Eagles. They can't do the tush push.
Yeah.
Well,
right now, the way the Oregon defense is playing, I don't know if it does you any good to get a first down and continue on. I mean, if you get a first down, obviously you're not going to end up giving the ball back to Oregon at your own 29-yard line. I mean, that's the goal here. But at the same time, the way that Oregon has been scoring in chunk plays, their yards have come in chunks. You don't want to give it right back to Oregon in another chunk when we're not even to the end of the first quarter. So
Gavin Freeman was going to get the ball on the end around or the sweep. The reverse coming from left to right, but the play got blown dead with the timeout by Oregon. Let's see if the Cowboys still go on 4th down. It appears they are.
Boy, this just feels like Amari Washington blow up the play time.
In the backfield, Rodney Fields Jr. under center for Flores. Ducks ready. Here's the push. Betcher came over the top. Everybody else went under. It looks like he got the first down. Quarterback keep. Flores.
Just enough push.
Tried to go high. Bryce Betcher came high and slowed him down. Everybody kind of submarine under and had just, well, he needed to get it to the 35. He got it to the 35 and the length of a football.
Yeah, if Betcher's able to meet him head on, he might not get the push to make that first down, but he was just able to get the push about the time that Betcher made contact.
Field sets up to the left of Flores in the shotgun on first down. Snap. Handed off the Flores going right. Trying to get it outside. Gets a little, 2-3 maybe yards. Rodney Fields Jr. Redshirt freshman. Stopped by Kennedy.
Betcher from the inside, though.
Pressure.
Well, yeah, Betcher is just, he's so fast. I mean, he's so athletic. But he's able to run down running backs like he's a running back.
Pick up of 2. It's 2nd down at 8. From the 38. Shotgun again for Flores. And back to throw. Quick screen. One-man screen. A little bubble out to the left. And somewhat effective. Get him across the 40 to the 41. Kennedy again with a stop. And will be 3rd down and a little more than 3.
They're going to go quick here.
2 receivers out to the right. 1 to the left to the short side of the field. And then everybody moved except for the center. The center never snapped the ball. The offensive line, that was going to be a student body right.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Shouldn't you name everybody, not just the one guy? That whole offensive line moved.
Yeah, they all moved. I think they blamed it on the center because he didn't snap it. I think everybody else moved. Obviously, you were supposed to snap it, but who knows? Who knows?
Penalty takes it back to the 36-yard line. So 3rd down now in 9. That's a significant penalty. Motion all the way to the right. Goes Davis. Back to throw, rolling right. Pressure comes. Gets away a little bit. Throwing it way back downfield. He got a man. 35 of Oregon inside of the 29. What a play by Zane Flores to locate a wide-open receiver back on the other side of the field.
Completely forgotten because the play is flowing so hard to the right. Everybody on defense has their focus on the right, and they forget about the receiver that has leaked out into the middle of the field wide open.
Christian Fitzpatrick, 34 yards, but Zane Flores under pressure with a cross-the-field throw. With 1:03 remaining first quarter, 20-0 Oregon. Here's first down at the Duck 29. Trips to the right. Flores hands it off. Brock gets free inside of the 25 to the 21. A little too much running room that time. Under a minute to play. Boy, that 4th down pickup, huge for Oklahoma State. Could have gone the other way, could have been really a big disaster. Instead, they've turned it into a potential chance to score before the end of the first quarter comes up. On 2nd down and 7 after a second down and 3 after a 7-yard pickup. Shotgun again. Floors. Snap. Turn, handed off. Up the middle, inside of the 20. That's going to be a first down run. Nice job by Trent Howland. And the Cowboys rotating some backs as the first quarter will wind down, and we've come to the end of the first. What looked like it was going to be an embarrassing blowout.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After the first 2 or 3 minutes of this game, it's sat down a little bit. It's kind of gotten into a little more of a flow, and Oklahoma State has got to feel good that they stopped Oregon from just scoring again. They're in shape. First down inside the Duck 20, trailing 20-0, and the Ducks defense trying to tighten up when we come back for quarter number 2. And the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone or just taking a deep, calming breath to ground yourself. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org.
I left my heart in Oregon. Oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart in Oregon.
Whoa. Coming home, Ned Carney, who was in concert last night at the Holt Center with Oregon's coming home here at Autzen Stadium, and the sold-out Autzen crowd singing along and enjoying it. What a perfect, I want to say, Georgie, a fall day for football, but it's not fall yet.
Yeah, don't make it that.
But it feels, I know. Dusty Hare, our Toyota sideline down below, and this game really looked like it was going to get away from Oklahoma State. Key fourth down pickup, a big play by Zane Floor. They got it stopped, and Oregon did not get a first down on their fourth down. And all of a sudden, it's a little more of a football game, Dusty.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's what comes with playing another FBS Power 4 opponent in Oklahoma State. That's a well-coached team. They may have replaced a big bulk of their staff after last year's disappointing 3-9 campaign, but Mike Gundy's done it before. I mean, this guy has had multiple 10-win seasons in his time at Oklahoma State. Todd Grantham, as the defensive coordinator, has both NFL and Power Conference experience as a coordinator before, and Doug Meacham has called some of the best offenses in the country. They are a well-coached team, and they're not going to quit. You know that's going to be a staple of Mike Gundy's team, and right now you're starting to see Oklahoma State blow their back a little bit.
First quarter stats, Oregon first downs, 6. Oklahoma State, 4. Rushing yards, Oregon 163, Oklahoma State 36. Passing yards, 91 to 52 to the Cowboys. Oregon with 254 yards of offense in that first quarter. Oklahoma State with 88. Thank you, John Lundquist, and great to have you back in the booth with us. Back home from Scotland, which he didn't bring any scotch, huh? Yeah, he's got a Scottish tan. Looks more like rust, but here's first down. And flags will fly on 1st and 10 for the Duck 18.
False start. Offense, number 24. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So we've seen Rodney Fields Jr., we've seen Khalid Hicks, we've seen Trent Howland, and Freddie Brock the fourth. 4 running backs for Oklahoma State. That time it was Fields, the running back, who moved a little bit early. Way out to the right side, Christian Fitzpatrick with trips to the right for Floors on first down and 15. Going to hand it off. Up the right side, gets a little, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. He'll go just short of the 15. It's a good first down run. And it will be second down and 8.
Physical run.
Oklahoma State figured a little something out on that offensive line.
All of a sudden they got a little bit of mojo and some physical running behind that mojo for 7 yards on first down.
Big tailback in there at Howlands. He's got some size to him. Here's the snap. Give it to him again. Going to go left. Got a little hole again. And drags a body or two to about the 10, just short of the 10-yard line.
And to me, this is the only thing that can really help a young quarterback out is to have a run game. And that's exactly what Oklahoma State's doing right now to be able to help out. Zane Flores starting his first game as a quarterback ever here at Autzen Stadium. Your best friend is a running game, and right now that's what Oklahoma State's doing.
Howland is 6'2", 245. 1 for 5 and third down conversions for Oklahoma State. Under center for Flores. Howland's going to take the snap and keep it directly. Go right up the middle, and he'll get the first down. Out of the Wildcat. Instead of Flores under center, he was offset, and Howland, the big 6'2", 245-pound tailback. I'm going to call him a fullback. That's not a tailback.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the thing about that play right there is it's not just a big tailback that's making the play. It's an offensive line that's getting some push right now for Oklahoma State. They're moving Oregon around.
First and goal from the just short of the 5-yard line. 4 receivers come to the right. One of those a tight end. And Flores, Howland to his left. Now another tight end in motion all the way to the left. Give it to Howland. And he kept it in. Not going to get anything. Flores put it into the gut of Howland, then pulled him back out on the read and tried to go back outside left. And 2 Ducks were there. Flowers rather, and no gain. Back at the line of scrimmage. Second quarter just underway. 20-0 Oregon. But Oklahoma State trying to answer. And Howland still at tailback to the right of Flores this time. Twins to the right, 1 receiver to the boundary left side. Back to throw. Quick throw. Fade route. Almost a great grab, but out of bounds. Incomplete. Had he made the catch, it would not have been a touchdown. Terrell Davis was blanketed. Iffy Obadega was all over him. In fact, they're both playing. Little hand tag.
Well, you look at that secondary. It's either 2 redshirt freshmen and a freshman. 3 of the 4 are redshirt freshmen or freshmen on the field right now for Oregon.
Third and goal from just inside the 7, short of the 6-yard line. Flores sets Howland up to his left. The snap and back to throw. Looks middle. Pressure. Try to get away. Just tries to get rid of it and does get it out of bounds beyond the line of scrimmage. You had to look and see, was that ball going to get past the line of scrimmage? It just did, as Mateo Uyunglele really had Flores wrapped up as he threw that ball.
Boy, the strength to be able to get it that far past the line of scrimmage and out of bounds. Pretty impressive that Flores threw it that far.
Uyunglele and Grant Segrin, who is 6'6", 311. Segrin was like going backwards. Mateo just taking him right back into Flores. Field goal attempt from Logan Ward from the 14, a 24-yard boot, and the Cowboys will get on the board with 12:08 remaining. That's a long drive. We'll check it when we come back, but that was a significant drive for Oklahoma State. They needed that. And the Ducks will sit on the sideline. Okay, what didn't we do well that time? Because you owned them pretty much most of the first quarter. But Oklahoma State brings a big bruising tailback in, and the Ducks were not able to contain him. 20-3 now with 12:08 left here in the second quarter. Back with more from Autzen to this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
Mom's facing you, then you're going to switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Ducks. Pressure comes, throws, catch made, touchdown! Cowboys. Oregon's offense is rolling.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Welcome back, 20-3, Oregon with a lead. Duck football is brought to you by Hoodoo Ski Area, your locally owned and operated destination for winter fun, and obviously a proud supporter of Oregon athletics. Jordy, good drive.
Yeah, good drive for Oklahoma State. Really something that the Cowboys needed, down 20-0. Still, when they took over that possession, we're in the first quarter. So the Toyota drive summary, 16 plays, 69 yards, almost 8 minutes on the drive for Oklahoma State, 7:56. Ward kicks the 24-yard field goal, and it's 20-3 Oregon, 12:08 left here in the first half. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. A couple of key plays on that drive. Fitzpatrick with a 35-yard reception down the middle of the field. It looked like that Flores was going to be caught, sacked. He looked back to the middle, found Fitzpatrick for 35 yards. They continued it on, and were able to kick the field goal there. So 20-3 Oregon, 12:08 remaining here in the first half.
It's really interesting. They found something in their big column. A tailback is built more like a fullback. Howland is 6'2", and what did they say, 245 pounds. He did not have a carry last week. So, interesting. Decided they need to do something different, and it worked for him. Whittington is deep, and that ball headed toward his way. He'll have a chance for a return, and then he will call fair catch, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. We didn't talk about lost yardage, Georgie. We'll come back and visit that in a moment. First down, Oregon at their own 25.
Hidden yardage.
Not lost yardage. Hidden yardage.
Hidden yardage.
I know what lost yardage is.
Me too. He called it. I can't remember. I keep forgetting what the word is. And you said lost. I thought, no, that's not the word, but I don't know what the word is. So I've got my notes up here right now. So.
Okay. First down, Ducks. Jay Harris in the backfield for the Ducks. Number 22. Two wideouts come left. One of those goes in motion. Gary Bryant, and whistles fly. Or actually, flags fly, whistles blow.
Oh, a procedure on Oregon.
How many penalties? 3 last week for the whole game.
Offense. Not all 11 players were set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's 4 penalties so far, I believe, here in the game.
Dusty, is that a communication thing when two guys are moving?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of on the quarterback. He's got to make sure everybody's settled and set. You have to have that full 1 count before you can snap the ball. And when you have pre-snap motion and shifts going on, guys were going to adjust. So you just got to make sure everybody's settled, and then you can rip it.
McClellan, Moore, and Bryant Jr. go out to the right. Bryant comes back to the left and sets up. Dante, back play action to throw. Steps up, dumps it wide open. Catch Sadiq, 30, 35, 40. Blocked downfield, goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. There were a couple guys blocking for him downfield. I think it was Harris. Yeah, Jay Harris. But Jay Harris had 2 guys to try to block. He got one of them. And Dusty, you said Poncho threw another great block.
It was fantastic. The center, he got a jump. The defensive tackle got a jump on Poncho off the snap. He recovered and took a great angle, knowing where his quarterback was going to be, and it eventually made it so Dante Moore had enough time to get the ball to Sadiq.
At the 46, handed off to Harris. Finds a little room and tripped up almost right away for a 3-yard pickup. He'll go to the 48-yard line. It'll be second down at about 7.
Yeah, Poncho stayed with him. He got beat off the line of scrimmage, but he stayed with his man, and as Dante Moore kind of faded to his right, he was able to pick him off. So nice play on that previous play. Oregon 3 yards there. And, you think about it, Oklahoma State had kind of iced Oregon's offense. Possessing the ball for 8 minutes, sat on the sideline, have to come out here and get it going again.
Moore and McClellan go way out to the right. Couple of tight ends in for Oregon. That one tight end to the right. And two backs. Dante Moore going to turn and give it to Harris. Going to go left. Gets it outside and bounces off of one inside of the 40 to about the 48. Help me out is huge. Not 22, but 20. Makai Hughes, who carries the ball, will make it third down and about 2, almost 3. They put the ball at the 47 of the Cowboys. They needed to get it to the 44, so third down and 3. Dante ready from the shotgun. 2 receivers out each way.
Lamar buried his man on that previous run play, by the way. Just buried him.
Moore and Bryant way out to the right. McClellan to the left back and hand the ball off. Lamar looking for a little block. He got it. Get a first down to the right-hand side. He's got a hand in the back of one of his offensive linemen directing him.
Yeah. I mean, almost basically saying, go, go. Because he had him right in front of us. Isaiah World was right in front of him, and he's trying to push him to get him going because that's the only thing between all that open space and Jaden Lamar is Isaiah World.
9:57 left, second quarter, 20-3, Oregon with a lead. There's Dante Moore. And he is got to believe Harris to his right again. And it's Lamar. Beg your pardon, Lamar. Back to throw. Dante off a little play action. Wants to go deep. Whoa, is he open? Got it! Malik Benson! Fingertip grab! That ball was laid into the fingertips, outstretched to Benson. What a play! 42 yards.
You can't throw the ball any more perfect than that. And I don't think he had to throw it perfect because Benson was open. But that ball is laid in stride right on the fingers. Perfectly thrown ball.
Dante Moore is just impressive. Touch, Dusty says. Yes. I didn't think Benson was going to be able to reel it in. I thought it was just off his fingertips, and he's got sticky fingers. Here's the kick, extra point up, and good. Yeah, Sappington knocks it through, and it's a 27-3 Oregon lead now. And to say a big play offense today is an understatement. Wow. We'll detail some of those when we come back. Look at the yardage. Well, we'll get you everything. 9:39 left. First half. 27-3 Oregon on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck, yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Duck fans, before next week's rivalry game kickoff, find the For the Trees Dome near the Mashofsky Center. Step inside Oregon's forests with a 360-degree virtual reality experience that puts you face-to-face with the people and practices shaping the future of our working forests. This is not your typical walk in the woods.
Welcome to Evan Williams Bourbon Nation, home of Game Day Spirit, where the rivalries run deep and the bourbon runs deeper. As Game Day's #1 pour, Evan Williams is your go-to for every toast, tailgate, and touchdown this season. Whether you're sipping it neat on the rocks or mixing it up with your favorite cocktail, Evan Williams Bourbon is with you from every play to every pour. Find your bottle at evanwilliams.com and let's make every game count. Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43 to 45% alcohol by volume, 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
A little bit louder now. 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 A little bit louder now.
27-3 Oregon with a lead. The Goodyear Blimp getting a good view of Autzen Stadium. It looks beautiful from up there. And by the way, the two pilots for the Goodyear Blimp are both young ladies. One of them a native Oregonian. She said it was such a thrill to be able to fly the Blimp over my home state. So it was cool having them here. I always look up and say, wow, the Les Schwab Blimp is here. That's what I think of. So I'd be happy to pilot the Les Schwab Blimp if they want to put one up there, if they let me.
Forever famous, the Blimp, though, isn't it?
It is iconic.
It's just when it shows up, I'm surprised there weren't more wrecks yesterday on the freeways, looking up at it while people were driving down the freeway. So And the Toyota drive summary for Oregon, they answered the Oklahoma State field goal with a touchdown. 5 plays, 75 yards and 229. Benson, the 42-yard touchdown reception from Dante Moore. Sappington's extra point. And it's Oregon 27, Oklahoma State 3. 9:39 left here in the first half. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. And Jerry, you were getting ready to go to the scoreboard with stats. You can look at them right now and overwhelmingly in Oregon's favor.
But how, I mean, so even 175 rushing, 159 passing. That's 334 total for Oregon, 105 for Oklahoma State. Oregon's offense, explosive. Here's a kickoff, going to go high, not real deep, returnable, and it will be returned. Jackson to the 10, outside of the 12, 15, and then out of bounds, ridden there by about the 17-yard line. A lot of duck bodies over there. So it will be first down to the Cowboys, who the last time they touched the ball found some success running the ball, particularly. One big throw got them a chunk of yardage. A fourth down conversion got them a first down that kept the drive alive. And now they've got the ball back at their own 17-yard line. Not as good a field position. Zane Flores. They had a big old back in there, and he is back in there again. Found their running back.
They don't want to give it back to Oregon.
Trips out to the left and a flag. Somebody moved. Procedure call against Oklahoma State.
The ability to
false start. Offense, number 17. 5-yard penalty. First down.
The ability to possess the ball might be the best thing that Oklahoma State can do in this game right now. Even if it just ends up field goals, keeping away from Oregon's offense right now, which is on fire.
Gavin Freeman and Shamar Rigby, along with a tight end, Josh Ford, all out to the left. One receiver right on 1st and 15 now. Snap and the throw. Wants a quick throw over the middle, and it is, I'm going to say dropped. It was right into the gut, but I'm not sure Abchar could hold on to that ball. It was kind of being punched out as the ball got there. Let's go downstairs. Toyota sideline, Mike Dusty.
We hear it all the time, the distraction drill for receivers where hand comes up and you got to see the ball all the way through. Tatum Tuioti got his hand in the way, made it very difficult for the receiver to track that ball.
Good catch, Dusty. Good catch. Here's second down at 15, back at the 12-yard line. They're going to hand this off to the big guy. Howland's going to try to go outside, try to get away from one man. And Ashton Porter was that one man who wrapped him up high and then slid down and got to his ankles and dragged him down.
Ashton Porter said to Howland, "You might be big, but I'm bigger." On that play, I thought he's not going to be able to get him down. He just drug him right down.
2 of 7 on third downs for Oklahoma State. Here's third down and 13 from their own 14-yard line. And they got to be a little bit careful here. Big guy Howland sets up to the left of Flores. 2 receivers out to Howland's right, Flores right. We got another flag. Full start. And Dusty, Oregon fans doing a pretty good job noise-wise. Do you think that's affecting maybe a little bit Flores?
False start. Offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
If it's not affecting Flores, it's definitely affecting the offensive line. And as I said in the pregame, right before this game kicked off, they on the Odds and Jumbotron, they replayed the comments from Mike Gundy saying the crowd wouldn't affect Zane Flores or this offense because they've been in big environments before. And it looks like the Oregon fans have taken that to heart.
Boy, have they. Third down and 18 now, back at the 9-yard line of Oklahoma State. Third and long, Flores shotgun, Flores snap, Flores hand it off, and Brock gets a pretty good run, chunk of yardage across the 19 to the 20, way short of the first down, but a safe play for Oklahoma State. Maybe try to catch Oregon and trap something to get a big run. They got a run, but not. They needed 18.
Yeah, safe play by the offense because the defense was playing safe. It's exactly what they were doing is instead of lining up and maybe bringing some pressure, they played 4 up front, 8 deep, and played really soft to not allow a big play.
Gary Bryant Jr. waits and a fair catch call and makes the grab at the 38-yard line as the punt. Pretty good one. Not bad for West Paul. Good hang time, and he's been able to do that today in his punts and allow Oklahoma State to get down and cover. 42 yards, great hang time on that punt. And with 7:52 left here in the first half, it's 27-3, and the Ducks will have the ball in great field position at their own 37. When we come back, Duck Football brought to you by Les Schwab Tire Centers, doing the right thing since 1952. It's my and your Les Schwab. Back in a moment here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark, and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
If you build a relationship, then it becomes easier. If you build trust, it becomes easier. As a parent, you want what's best for your child. To give them the love that a child needs. It's probably the best you can do for a teenager.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
7:52 left here in this first half. A 27-3 Oregon lead. We got a little time now for some hidden yardage. It's when a runner has the ball and nobody sees him and he runs a long way.
No, I want you to start with what I want you to give an explanation, and then I want to help chime in. And
I don't have it in front of me on my computer. Okay.
Well, I wrote it down, just the question I asked Coach Lorick, but not what the answer was. And so his idea and really a tracking of hidden yardage, almost like free offensive yards is the way it is let's just think about it between two punt teams. Oklahoma State punts it to Oregon's 30. Oregon then doesn't move it and punts it back to Oklahoma State's 10. And they start from there. You've gained 20 yards by shoving them back closer to the end zone. So Oregon would be a plus 20 in that type of situation. And again, it makes an offense not be able to call the plays they want to, traps them in their end zone. So that would be the simple way to do it. There's also kick returns, punt returns, and other things that are wound into that. But those hidden yards can make a difference in the game because they're like free offensive yards.
I was surprised how many hidden yards there are in a game. Here's a handoff, Gary Bryant. Oh, we got the flea flicker on the screen. Oh, my gosh, the blocker, Gary Bryant. 50, 40, splits a couple of guys and goes to the 35-yard line of Oklahoma State. Razzle, dazzle, trick. It looked like it was going to be a reverse, and then a flea flicker deep. And it turned out to be a flea flicker to the screen pass to the left-hand side.
Oregon had 5 to block 3 and weren't able to eliminate them all, but were able to get a big chunky yardage there.
Hard to explain that play in a hurry. Here's Dante after a 28-yard pickup. Flip it outside, a little bubble screen to the right. Gary Bryant gets hit head on for about an 8-yard gain at the 28-yard line.
Dusty, the amount of time that ball goes from Dante Moore's hand to the receiver is crazy.
Timeout for an injured defensive player.
Absolutely crazy how quickly he releases that ball outside.
And it's a flick of the wrist, and this is the biggest difference that we're seeing in Dante Moore right now as a redshirt sophomore than he was as a true freshman at UCLA, is that he knows the tempo that he needs to put on the ball. It's touch on the deep ball, putting enough air on it, but also on plays like that, knowing the quicker you get the ball out, the more opportunity your receiver's going to have to make a play.
And that was such a misdirection play. It looked like a sweep coming by to the right, and then the pitch back to the quarterback, and it looked like, well, they're going deep. In the meantime, all those offensive linemen had slipped out to the left, got in front of Gary Bryant, and then the pass. I mean, it was a double misdirection.
Yeah, those razzle-dazzle plays like that, particularly when the reverse man pitches it back to the quarterback, you automatically think the ball's going deep. But what it did is it came right back to the Oklahoma State sideline, and Oregon's receiver over there, Gary Bryant, in behind 5 offensive linemen. So every offensive lineman had leaked out to the left side of the field like a screen, and it was just a wall, probably 1,500 pounds worth of a wall going down the field, and Gary Bryant was kind of tucked in behind it. Oklahoma State actually did a great job of holding it to the gain that it was.
The injured player for Oklahoma State was Karn Smith, the most experienced player on this team. He had 30 starts coming into this game, and he limped out. That would be a big loss for Oklahoma State, the defensive cornerback. Here's a big 2nd and 3, deep, empty backfield for Dante. Snapping back to throw. Pressure steps away from it, now throws, and launched it, got rid of it. What a smart play by Dante Moore. Pressure coming hard, got away from the first on-rushing defender, and then realized, I'm not going to have time, and I can't find an open guy, and I want to take a sack, and he got rid of the ball. It makes it look so easy, and you know it is not under that kind of pressure. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 3 now from the 27-yard line of Oklahoma State. And Sadiq going to take a direct snap of the Wildcat, keeps and runs up the middle. He's going to get near a first down. I think he got it. Inside the 25, it will be a first down. How about the hesitation move by Sadiq? He didn't just take the snap and go up the middle. He hesitated as if he might throw that ball.
Just kind of allowing things to develop a little bit, and then gets up the field, and really it's the strength that he had to be able to pull himself across the line of scrimmage, the first down marker, and make that first down.
6:11 left first half, 27-3, Oregon.
The line to gain was what he was shooting for, and that's what he got.
That's what he got, just to the 25-yard line. Right hash, one receiver each way. Gary Bryant Jr. alone out to the left of it. Nope, that's not him. That's Vince. And here's the give Moore. Moore's going to go outside of the block. Great block. 10-5. Inside. Did he get there? Yes! Touchdown! They may look at this. Decorian Moore. Little pitch outside to him, and then he had blocking downfield again.
He got so deep down into that end zone from us, Jerry, I couldn't tell if he held on to the ball as he crossed the goal line. I guess he did hold possession all the way. I thought he had dropped the ball, and I thought, oh, what's going to happen here?
As he was going out of bounds, he reached the ball across the goal line. He just has to break the plane with that ball. And they're checking it now. The officials are.
It's a dangerous play with a defender coming over like that. All it takes is the ball goes out of your hands and you end up with a touchback.
Look at this.
Boy, it's a bang-bang play. I don't know how they reverse the play is the thing. I don't know how they reverse it. Foot's out of bounds.
But had the ball already crossed.
But the ball's inside the pylon.
The replay is taking a long time to look at this. 5:46 left here in the first half. Oh, that's so close. It's hard to tell. Yeah. Dusty, here you're down there looking at it. What'd you see?
It looked like Decorian got that ball and just kind of flailed his arm over the end zone on the end line right before he got pushed out of bounds. From the naked eye, it looked like he got it right there. And you mentioned it, Jorgie, that it's hard, to sit there and you said a dangerous play. I don't know what it's like to be as fast as Decorian Moore. I mean, he just has that speed that he can absolutely trust no matter what.
The ruling on the field of the touchdown is under further review.
I thought you already... So what have we been doing for the last minute? I thought they reviewed it. Now they're going to review it.
I mean, Dusty, I can tell you, as a college player, I was never in that position to even think about putting the ball across the pylon enough to ever worry about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, when you have the speed that that young man has, I mean, you trust it, and goodness gracious, it isn't one of those plays that you never want it to be the learning experience where the ball gets knocked out. But thankfully, he held onto the ball. He's got great grip strength. It looks like that ball does cross the goal line. It kind of goes back behind him as his foot is coming down. but it is right in line with that goal line. It's going to be really hard to overturn.
I just don't know how you reverse
Now, it'd be a 25-yard run if it is for the touchdown. He was lined up to the right, and he came back, and that kind of that sweep, that reverse, or we used to call it the fly sweep from the right to the left. But the big thing that worked is the blocking downfield, because there were a couple of Cowboys there, and he had just enough blocking.
And the cutback. Review, the ruling on the field of a touchdown is upheld.
It's a different way they say it this year, too. It's not confirmed. It's upheld. So it is a touchdown, 25 yards on the run from DeCorian Moore. And it's a 33-3 lead with 5:46 remaining here in this first half.
It's just a different day and age in relation to receivers and running backs, and all the skilled players know how to get that ball across the goal line. They just do. Jordan Davison did it last week.
Snap. Attica Sampington knocks it through easily. And another $1,000 from On Point. The donation to the Eugene Education Foundation brings touchdown. That extra point makes it 34-3. Well, we got into lost yardage a little bit. And another way to talk about it, too, is he explained it on a punt.
The hidden, you mean?
Yeah, the hidden. I said lost yardage again. I'm going to say I will forever be lost. So the punter punts the ball, and it goes into the 5-yard line and then rolls into the end zone instead of being down. It comes out to the 25-yard line. That is 25 hidden yards. If you're able to down the ball inside of the 5, then that's not hit. But if that ball goes into the end zone, you lose that yardage.
Great example. So if you're Oregon and you're punting it and it goes in, you've lost that yardage. That's a hidden yardage against you. If the opposing team punts that ball, it should be down at the 5, but it goes in. It's yards, hidden yards for you. So, yeah, he talked about that. He had never really thought about it, but he's right. And they happen a lot in a game.
Sam Jackson is deep. 34-3. Oregon with a lead, and the kickoff coming up. Sappington approaches the ball, booed into it. This one's going to go into the end zone, and will come out to the 25-yard line. Nice drive, Jordan.
Yeah, Toyota drive summary, 5 plays, 63 yards, and 205. DeCorian Moore, his second touchdown today. This one, a 25-yard run on the reverse. Gets it in for the extra point by Sappington. It's Oregon 34, Oklahoma State 3. 5:46 left here in the first half. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Just looking at the TV, and the big score drives 59, 65, 19, 42, and 24. All plays for touchdowns. Big, explosive plays for Oregon today. Flores, little screen pass, throws it to the outside, and that is going to be a missed tackle, but then wrapped up right away. One guy might miss, but there's always somebody there to help clean up. Christian Fitzpatrick, a little kind of a bubble or a two-man screen to the outside of the left. Made the first guy miss, but the second one did not. So instead of getting positive yards, maybe out of a missed tackle, it's a loss of 2, and it'll be second down and 12. Floors. Shotgun. Turn. And they're off. And who stopped? That Rodney Fields? Yeah, Rodney Fields, the tailback, got the handoff. And Floors, kind of a read. He can pull that ball out. He left it in there. And Fields got decked. Lopa got to him almost right as the handoff got there and took him down immediately. He got a yard, maybe a yard and a half. It'll be third down and 9, almost 10. Empty backfield for Floors. 2 receivers out to the left, 3 to the right. Now a motion man comes back. The tailback sets up beside Floors. Snap and back to throw. Quick throw, slant, knocked away. Austin, perfectly played, reached around with the right arm and knocked it away. That's just great defense.
Yeah, it is.
That's just great defense.
It's just perfect technique, defensive back play right there. Get that ball on the inside without wrapping your arm around the backside of the receiver. That so often happens where they'll wrap the arm, come around with the inside arm. That time he didn't wrap.
Punt away, very, very high. Fair catch called for again. And Gary Bryant Jr. makes the grab at the 24-yard line. And I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with Wes Paul. He's launched some good punts, 42, 45. That one's 51 yards. And the hang time is what's interesting. Everybody down to cover for Oklahoma State. And no chance for a return. So with 4:20 remaining here in the first half, 34-3 Oregon with the lead. We'll get the ball back. And the way this game's been going, they could have 2 drives left and could get 2 more scores. New back for Oregon. Jordan Davison now with the opportunity behind Dante Moore. Snap. Give it to him. Goes right. Can't get away from a single tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Scraping down the line. Actually got through and is able to come up behind. That's Brian McCoy Jr. and stay with Davison before he could cut it up.
That's a good play by McCoy. McCoy had 14 tackles last week against UT Martin. So he was able to shoot up through the gap and make the play there.
4 receivers out to the left for Dante, 1 alone to the right, so an empty backfield. On second down at 10. Dante with a snap. Quick throw. Slant goes inside, and Lowe will get it. Justice going to get first down, very close to a first down anyway. Oh, did he get, if he got there, boy, he got, well, he pops right up. He got rung. Got 9. It'll be third down on a yard. Oregon running it. Dante under center, going to keep it and push the pile forward and try to get the first down, and he just does. Justice Lowe with a little quick slant, got the first, or very short of the first down. I don't know who hit it, but I thought, let's wait and see if he gets up, and he popped right up. Pancho stands up. The center was on the bottom of that pile, that dog pile, on that short run, and he stood up finally and gave the first down. Offensive linemen don't get to do that very often.
He's having so much fun right down there in the middle of the pile.
34-yard line. And in the backfield for Duck, everybody getting to play today early in the first half. Here's Hughes with a hand up the middle. Big hole. He'll get a quick hard 5, 6, 7 yards. A little shoving and throwing around out there after the whistle, but no flags. Yeah. So Dylan, or Mackay Hughes with a carry, goes out. And back to the all game is Harris. On second down at 4. From just across the 40, 2:15 remaining. Oregon almost in their 2-minute offense. Harris up the middle. Harris near a first down and will get it. Goes across the 45. And a big pile. And we'll come up to the 2-minute warning. 34-3.
And
That's the 2-minute timeout.
And another opportunity to operate in the 2-minute offense.
34-3. Oregon with the lead. And last week we saw him do that 2-minute offense and worked it to perfection. Dusty Harris down on the sideline, our Toyota sideline Mike, as a player and a guy who's on the offense. You love situations like this in a 2-minute drill, don't you?
Yeah, because you get these opportunities, and especially just like last week, right, where you have a big lead, you get to experiment with the low pressure, but still you have the pressure of you're playing against the clock and getting used to what that is going to feel like when you are in a tight game and you're in a tight situation, and this is more low pressure. It's reps that you can't replicate in practice no matter how hard you try, because you're going against guys in the same color jerseys, right? This is against somebody new. You get that rush against the clock, but you're in a low pressure environment up 34-3.
Dante Moore last week in the game, 213 yards passing. Today, 203 yards passing, and we're not at halftime yet. Again, the totals for Oregon, 419 total yards. Passing 203, rushing 216. Well, you talk about trying to make sure that you maximize both and keep a defense off their heels, I guess you could say. No better way than to do it like that. Last week, 253 rushing, 253 passing.
Yeah, defensively, what do you focus on? I mean, if we're going to stop this, we're going to pay the big price on this. And yet if we decide to stop this, we're going to pay the price on this. And so You take your shots, you take your chances defensively, but right now Oregon just execution-wise at too high of a level for this Oklahoma State team, up 34-3 with 2 minutes left in the first half. And again, there's just no slowdown. They have not slowed them down in any way, shape, or form. You want 4 yards inside? You take 4 yards inside. You want a big play down the field? You take a big play down the field. And a few little trick plays kind of mixed into it, too, that other teams are going to have to defend in the future.
Kohl's has the back-to-school styles that will spoil them at prices that will spoil you. From jeans and tees to sneakers and more. It means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Duck Football also brought to you by SiriusXM. Listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk radio, sports radio. SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84, streaming on the SiriusXM app. It is first down with a 2-minute drill. Coming up, 46-yard line to the right. In the backfield, Lamar. He'll set up to the right of Moore. 2 receivers come out to the left. 1 alone to the right. McClellan is the lone receiver to the right. Under center now for Dante Moore. McClellan comes left. Go back. Play action. Throw a little slump. Got it outside. Nice little play to McClellan across the 40. Still his feet right inside the 40 to 30, 29-yard line. So McClellan goes in motion. And Dante Moore just continues to impress me with how calm he is under pressure.
Got that ball off just in time. I don't think he expected to see a defender out there to be able to get in his way. Dante Moore, that is. But there was. And yet he got rid of the ball accurately on time.
15 yards. Here's Dante to throw again. Wants to go deep down the middle, and it is just a little too far. Tried to split it through 2 defenders with McClellan just a step behind him. And that time the ball was just a little bit overthrown.
A little bit overthrown, and on this one, there's a deep safety, too. And Dusty's down there and able to see that deep safety in the middle. That might not have been the right choice, although he has made a great choice almost every single time today.
Yeah, that safety playing deep, but if that's a spot you're going to miss, you got to miss right there. Your receiver makes an incredible play. You'll take it. Too far for that safety to get.
Second down and 10, trips out to the left for Dante. 1 receiver alone to the right, and going to hand it off. Lamar's going to go for the middle, spin off a tackle, but lost yardage. He ran into somebody right at the line of scrimmage, tried to bounce off of it and spin to his left, and ran right into another Cowboy.
It was almost like one of Oregon's offensive linemen that got stood up, but it was an Oklahoma State defensive lineman that had snuck in.
That's the first lost yardage play this year for Oregon. The first time they have lost anything. So a loss of 2, third down and 12. Dante. 2 receivers out to the left. Cooper Perry, the inside receiver. And here's Dante to hand it off. Lamar scoots it up the right side. Going to get close. About 3 yards short, though. He'll go about the 22-yard line. And Oregon most likely will bring in the field goal team on 4th down at about 3.
I don't know. 34-3. They might just go ahead and go for it here.
Taking a look at it. Ain't nobody else coming in from the sideline. They are going for it. Dante with a snap, back to throw. Time, throws, catch made. First down, Cooper Perry to the 15, just short of the 15-yard line. And I just felt like Dante Moore knew that he had him from the get-go.
No underneath coverage from the linebackers, so all Cooper Perry has to do is run 4 or 5 yards and turn in, and there's nobody between Dante Moore and Cooper Perry. Really an easy throw for Dante Moore right there. Nice catch by Cooper Perry.
Oregon uses their first timeout, down to 31 seconds remaining in the half. A 2-minute drill working pretty well right now. Duck Football brought to you by On Point Community Credit Union. People are the point and On Point. 34-3. Halftime coming up. Scores and highlights from across the nation. No real huge game. I mean, there was a couple of big games today among top 25 teams and matchups, but not like last week.
Now, one big one tonight still.
Yep.
Oklahoma and Michigan. That'll be a fun one to watch.
So, 31 seconds left. First and 10. Ducks at the 15 of Oklahoma State. Dante with a snap to throw. Steps up, little pressure, runs away from it. Now we'll run it. 10-5 yard line down there. Dante Moore inside the 10 to the 5. I kept waiting for him to hook slide down,
Me
but
too.
he's no, I'm going to go for it. 16 seconds remaining. Snap, turn, and Lamar goes up the middle, gets it inside the pile, pushes. Touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown, Ducks. Boy, it didn't look like he was going to get there, and then the offensive line said, here, let's help.
That's exactly what they did. They've got that defensive line for Oklahoma State is on roller skates going backwards as the offensive line pushes. And Lamar just gets in behind and uses his own power to get across the goal line. Power, attitude, rushing right there. What a drive. Nice little 2-minute drive. 12 plays, 76 yards. Exactly what you want to do.
With 11 seconds left in the half. And how about the number of guys touching the ball again today in the first half? I mean, there are a lot of Ducks playing football. Officials talking about, this is under review. So this touchdown might be under review. And Dusty Hara down on our sideline, our Toyota sideline, Mike, are they going to take a look at this? No,
I don't think so. No. Jaden Lamar went down on the E in Oregon. So.
Yeah. I don't know what they were.
I don't either.
Delaying for, but anyway, they're ready to go with a kick. And Attica Sappington, right-footed kicker, the transfer from Oregon State. High snap, and the placement down to the kick is up and good. So with 11 seconds remaining, 41-3. How about another $1,000 from On Point, making a donation of $1,000 to the Eugene Education Foundation. On Point, where people are the point. I'm just amazed at how efficient this football team is.
Yeah, I mean, what do you complain about? Penalties? I mean, really, it's a little more normal today, frankly, from a penalty standpoint.
Somebody probably had a wrong block down there somewhere.
Toyota drive summary for Oregon, 12
Oklahoma
plays.
State, number 40, will be wearing number 47. Oklahoma State, number 16, will be wearing number 89.
12 plays, 76 yards, 4-0. I need to put my glasses on. 9. There we go. 409. Lamar, the 5-yard touchdown run, and Sappington's extra point. Oregon converted a third down and a fourth down on that drive. But bottom line is 238 rushing, 235 passing. The balance is just killing the opponent, and Oregon executes the 2-minute drill perfectly there. Last week, scored basically on the last play of the first half, a touchdown. There, they score with 11 seconds left in the first half, a touchdown. That's the way you run the 2-minute offense. Anyway, Oregon 41, Oklahoma State 3, 11 seconds left here in the first half.
Just say that again. 41-3, approaching halftime. Boy, this domination. That is efficiency and Joey Mack tells me, and this will be probably the final play of the half, and they will run a play. I thought they might take a knee. Flores hands it off, going right into the big pile up the middle. The final 6 seconds clicking away. Oregon has more touchdowns than Oklahoma State has first downs. Joey Mack for the stat. As the first half comes to an end. Wow, we got a whole half of football to go. Let's go downstairs to Dusty.
Coach, quick start again in this game. What has been the key to your team coming out on both sides of the ball and executing at such a high clip?
Physicality, right? We're playing with physicality right now. There's a lot to clean up, though. We can play a lot better.
Defense, sure, tackling has been the hallmark of the first two games. What have you seen from that side of the football?
Aggressive angles, right? These guys are taking aggressive angles to the ball, taking their shot. That's going to give us a chance to get guys on the ground.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you.
Dusty Hara downstairs, our Toyota sideline Mike, with our Toyota halftime interview with head coach Dan Lanning. And his first statement, we got a lot to clean up, Jorgie. And they look at it differently than we do. I mean, there's a lot of things
we don't see.
No, we just don't see. Yeah. But at 41-3, Wow. But it's a nice position to be in, trying to clean up mistakes when you're that far ahead.
You're right, Jerry, and it's those little things as the season goes on that will be the difference between a win and a loss. So that's the teaching moments I get an opportunity to do. I love his words of physicality, because you get physicality at the line of scrimmage. I don't care if it was Decorian Moore last week. It just teaches everybody a lesson, and it's infectious. When you get everybody's getting physical, and they also have the speed to go with it and the skill to go with it. It's a dangerous combination as it comes together, and it showed right there in the first half.
Halftime, 41-3. Oregon with a big lead over Oklahoma State. The Cowboys will come back and get you halftime scores, highlights, a busy Saturday afternoon in college football, all here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCAA. Equal housing opportunity.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Hey, Ducks, ready to one-up your rivals off the field? Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. By showing up to donate blood, you can help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition home field designed Oregon t-shirt, and most importantly, save lives. Go to bigten.org/Abbott to find a donation location and put Oregon in the lead. That's bigten.org/Abbott.
988 is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week, 365-day-a-year emotional support and crisis line. We all go through really hard times. Each day can present new challenges, and 988 is here to support people through those challenges. We're here to sit with you and provide the compassion that every one of us deserves.
Call or text 988 anytime and talk to someone who's trained to help.
In Oregon. Oh, I left my heart in Oregon. Yeah, I left my heart.
The first half is in the books. Time now for college football's most refreshing halftime show. Presented by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. A first half recap. Scores from the Big Ten and the rest of college football are all ahead on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Diving into the Coors Light halftime. Chris Clayton here with you in the booth at Autzen Stadium. Kind of like week one here in week two. Lots of like for the Ducks. A 41-3 lead over Oklahoma State here at the half. And Oregon wasted no time. Got off to an early start. Oklahoma State kicks it off to start the game off here on this beautiful fall Saturday in Eugene. And the Ducks get it at their own 35. They complete a little 5-yard pass out to the left side, and then boom, big play for Noah Whittington.
Second down at 4. From the pistol, Whittington right behind Dante Moore. There's motion to the right. Give it to Whittington up the middle. Nice big hole. He's gone. Oh my gosh. Speed. 20, 10, 5. Boom. How do you like our offense? It can score in a hurry. 59 yards. Noah Whittington. The middle opened up, Jordan.
He set the tone on the ground, and that's what I love about this. It just sends a message right off the bat. 5 yards on a pass, but how about the rest of it by running it right up your gut?
Well, Jerry knew it pretty much immediately when Whittington burst out of the hole. He said, oh, he's gone. And he was right. Whittington showed the speed and put up Oregon 7-0. Oklahoma State got the ball back. 3 and out. The Ducks defense stepping up big time. So just over a minute into the game, and Oregon already with a 7-0 lead. They get the ball back at their own 35 and go right back to work.
Whittington to the backfield. Snap, back to throw. Rolling to his left, sets up, going deep, and he's got him, Ja'Cory Moore with a catch. Inside on his feet at the 15. Are you kidding me? Touchdown! 3 plays in the game for Oregon's offense. 2 of them touchdowns.
And Dante Moore knew it as soon as he set up.
Incredible. 65-yard passing touchdown. 3 plays, 2 touchdowns for the Ducks offense. And not even 90 seconds in, Oregon was up 13-0. The Cowboys and freshman quarterback Zane Flores feeling the pressure. They get the ball back at their own 25-yard line. Another 3 and out. Oregon gets the ball back with 11:19 to go in the first off a punt at their own 27. Oklahoma State's defense able to stand strong as the Ducks got across midfield, but then threw an incompletion on a 4th and 4. And Oklahoma State got the ball back with pretty good field position at their own 44-yard line. This is with 9 minutes to go in the first. The Cowboys with their best opportunity of the game. They immediately got a 14-yard completion for a first down, but then the Ducks defense held strong. A couple pass breakups, and then on a 3rd down scramble, they took down Zane Flores, and Oklahoma State again forced to punt. Oregon still with a 13-0 lead, got the ball at their own 20 with 7:15 to go in the first, and the offense in the run game showed up again.
Johnson goes back to the formation, sets up like an H-back, as does Sadiq. So 2 tight ends. Here's the handoff. Lamar go outside, got some pretty good speed, a good block. 35, 40, sideline 50. Jalen speed, 45, 35 inside of the 25. And then out of bounds. Jaden Lamar, but boy, did he have some blockers down helping him out.
Lamar got some terrific blocks, showed the wheels, 53-yard run. Oregon then marching into the red zone, made it look easy with a 19-yard touchdown.
Under center. Dante back, play action. Nope, going to flip it to the end around. Darius Hill's got room. 10, he's got a block. He'll sail into the end zone. Oregon has tremendous blocking on this football team. As a result, the running backs are running free.
Caps off a 4-play, 80-yard drive. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, and it's 20-0 Oregon. Oklahoma State gets the ball back again. And then on a 3rd and 10, desperation, wild play, Zane Flores able to find Christian Fitzpatrick for a 35-yard gain. Oklahoma State with their best drive of the day. They converted a couple 3rd downs, 16-play, 69-yard, 8-minute drive. But it only resulted in a field goal for the Cowboys. 23-yarder by Logan Ward, so it's 20-3 Oregon at that time. Ducks get the ball back, and the offense in the second quarter now continuing, this time through the air.
McClellan, Moore, and Bryant Jr. go out to the right. Bryant comes back to the left and sets up. Dante, back play action to throw. Steps up, dumps it wide open catch. Sadiq 30, 35, 40. Block downfield, goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
And then a few plays later after the 26-yard completion to Sadiq, Dante Moore going deep on an absolutely beautiful throw to Ja'Cory Moore, to Blake Benson.
Back to throw. Dante off little play action, wants to go deep. Whoa, is he open? Got it! Malik Benson! Fingertip grab! That ball was laid into the fingertips, outstretched to Benson. What a play! 42 yards.
You can't throw the ball any more perfect than that. And I don't think he had to throw it perfect because Benson was open. But that ball is laid in stride right on the fingers. Perfectly thrown ball.
I mixed up the receivers there for a second. A lot of big plays to sort through for Oregon. That one, of course, going to Benson, and the Ducks go up 27-3. Oklahoma State gets the ball back with 9:34 to go in the second. Deep in their own territory, 3 and out again, and they're forced to punt. Ducks ball at their own 37. 8 minutes to go in the half, and they go with a little trickeration.
Here's a handoff to Gary Bryant. Oh, we got the flea flicker. on the screen. Oh, my gosh, the blocker, Gary Bryant. 50, 40, splits a couple of guys and goes to the 35-yard line of Oklahoma State. Razzle, dazzle, trick. It looked like it was going to be a reverse, and then a flea flicker deep, and it turned out to be a flea flicker to the screen pass to the left-hand side.
Started as a reverse, flicked it back to the quarterback Moore, then threw it to Bryan, who had the entire offensive line in front of him. He went for 28 yards. A few plays later, this time on the ground, Corian Moore making an impact.
Here's the give to Moore. Moore's going to go outside of the block. Great block, 10-5. Inside. Did he get there? Yes, touchdown.
Well, it didn't take him long. Corian Moore showing the speed, 25-yard rushing touchdown, just able to stretch the ball over the pylon to put the Ducks up 34-3. Now getting late into the second quarter, Oklahoma State got the ball back on a touchback, 3 and out again. They punt back to the Ducks. Oregon starts at their own 24 after a strong punt, but a clinical drive with 4:20 to go in the second. The Ducks go 12 plays, 76 yards, capped off by this touchdown.
16 seconds remaining. Snap, turn, and Lamar goes up the middle, gets it inside the pile, pushes, touchdown Lamar, touchdown Ducks. Boy, it didn't look like he was going to get there, and then the offensive line said, here, let's help.
Powerful touchdown for Jaden Lamar, the Ducks offensive line, and Oregon up 41-3 at the half. Coors Light halftime show continuing next. We'll come back, and Ryan Milano has a Safeway scoreboard update for us. That's next on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This weekend, Kohl's is giving away millions in Kohl's Cash in store. It's like you're getting free shopping money. At least that's what I tell my husband. Yep, you're just making smart financial decisions, one trendy sweater at a time. Plus, all month, enter our online sweepstakes at Kohl's.com for a chance to win $200 Kohl's Cash. Some exclusions apply while supplies last. Giveaway ends September 7th. Sweepstakes ends September 30th, 2025. No purchase necessary. 20 winners per day. Limit 1 prize per person for entire sweepstakes. See Kohl's.com for official rules and details.
Duck fans, before next week's rivalry game kickoff, find the For the Trees Dome near the Mashofsky Center. Step inside Oregon's forests with a 360-degree virtual reality experience that puts you face-to-face with the people and practices shaping the future of our working forests. This is not your typical walk in the woods.
Ducks.
Running right, gets a block inside, 2-1.
Cowboys.
Touchdown, Ducks.
This is Oregon football from Learfield.
You say you never give in to a meltdown and never fill your feed with kid photos. You say you'd never put a pacifier in your mouth to clean it and never let them run wild through the grocery store. So when you say you'd never let them get into a car without you there, no, it can happen. 1 in 4 hot car deaths happen when a kid gets into an unlocked car and can't get out. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Time for another check of scores from around the Big Ten and the rest of college football. Brought to you by Safeway, official grocery partner and tailgate headquarters of the Oregon Ducks.
I'm Milano with you in the booth here at Autzen Stadium as Oregon has a 41-3 lead at the break over Oklahoma State. Some other scores from around the country in the top 25. 4th-ranked Georgia winning 14-3 over Austin Peay. That game currently in a weather delay. 1st-ranked Ohio State beating Grambling 42-0 as they, it looks like, took the opening play of the second half to the house to expand their lead. 8th-ranked Clemson down against Troy in the first quarter. 7-0 Troy with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Troy has the football. A ranked SEC team at number 20, Ole Miss, going on the road to play Kentucky. At the halftime break, 17-13, Ole Miss in front on the road. Number 22, Tennessee, playing host to East Tennessee State, and it's a 48-7 lead for the Volunteers at halftime. In a battle between two Florida teams that got big wins last week, 13th ranked Florida up 6-3 over South Florida with 2 minutes left to go in the first half. South Florida's quarterback out for the first half of that game, should be back in the second half. Around the rest of the Big Ten, Wisconsin playing host to Middle Tennessee. They are up 14-10 with a minute left in the second quarter. Rutgers up by 10 against Miami of Ohio. 17-7 the score with 5 minutes left to play until halftime for Rutgers as they lead there. Some finals from earlier today. Minnesota got the 6-0 win. Indiana, the 56-9 victory. Iowa State defeated Iowa 16-13. Illinois, 45-19 win over Duke. And Penn State, 34-0, their victory over Florida International. Second half coming up right around the corner. We're back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
College football's most refreshing halftime show has been brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. This is Duck Football from Learfield.
Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes every moment cheering on your team even better. Plus, the mountains on the bottles and cans turn blue when your beer is Rocky Mountain cold. So you never have to guess if your Coors Light is ready to drink. So crack one open, take a sip, and enjoy the game. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly.
High-quality organic food should be available to everyone at a better value. That's why Safeway offers O Organics. Hundreds of USDA-certified organic products exclusively in our stores. From fruits and vegetables to chicken and olive oil and frozen treats to baby food, you'll find a huge selection of organic items for the whole family at Safeway. Food you feel good about eating and serving. Look for O Organics products throughout Safeway. O Organics. Organic for all.
This week on Sports News, football's newest star ain't no rookie, it's DirecTV. They make it easy to find your pro and college teams across live TV and streaming apps so you never miss a moment. And with access to your game stats and scores in one place, it's good. It's DirecTV like you've never seen it. Visit DirecTV.com today. DirecTV is a proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Internet-connected Gemini device and separate subscriptions required. New residential customers auto-renews monthly. Cancel anytime. Equipment lease required. On-return device fees apply. Credit card and restrictions apply.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oregon. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Oregon and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Oregon.
Coors Light halftime show here at Autzen Stadium. Joey Mack in the Country Financial broadcast booth, looking at your halftime stats where Oregon leads 41-3 heading into the second half. 473 total yards for the Ducks. How about the balance? 235 passing, 238 rushing.
Oklahoma State has only 123 yards, 51 of those through the air, 72 on the ground. Penalties, 5 for 25 for Oklahoma State, 4 for 25 for the Ducks. Oregon, 3 of 5 on third down, 2 of 9 on third down for the Cowboys. Ducks have 17 first downs compared to just 5 for Oklahoma State. The Ducks have scored 6 touchdowns, and Oklahoma State has 5 first downs. It's 41-3. And for the second half, on the Toyota sideline, Dusty Hara, it's Jerry Allen and Mike Jorgensen here in the Country Financial broadcast booth with the call.
Thank you, Joey Mack. Along with John Lundquist, our statistician, back from Scotland this week. Brian Milano, my spotter, I should say. Chris Clayton, who's got all that halftime information for you. And Ashley Gentry back in the studio. We got a big cast here working to get you this broadcast as the second half is underway. Big deep kick into the end zone as Oregon won the toss to start the game. And Georgie, they took the ball. That didn't happen a whole lot. Normally teams would go on defense first.
Boy, you're right. They like to go on defense first, but there must have been something about Coach Lanning and the staff to say, we want the ball. From what we've seen on film, we want to operate against these guys, and it was immediate. Second play of the game, Noah Whittington was in the end zone.
So first down, Oklahoma State, 25-yard line. And Hicks to the right of Zane Flores, the quarterback. 6'3", 215. He'll go back and throw right away. Wants to go deep, ball down the right side, and it was incomplete. Right in front of the Oregon bench at midfield. Christian Fitzpatrick, for a moment, I thought he was going to make the catch on that ball.
Me too. Finney in coverage over there, and the ball was right where it was supposed to be. And just mishandled by the receiver.
Brandon Finney Jr., the 6'2", 200-pound freshman cornerback. Here's second down and 10 from the 25. And Flores sends a little motion man. That's Jackson to the right. And we'll hand this off to the big fella. Hicks is going to get it across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Just across the 26 on the 7. Bryce Betcher. 94 tackles last year for Bryce Betcher. 50 unassisted. A couple of sacks and an interception. He had a spectacular year. To have him back again, what a bonus. Third down at 8 from the 27. Oklahoma State, their own 27. The Cowboys trying to get it going here early in the second half, trailing 41-3. Flores, motion man comes right, goes back. Snap back to throw. Flores, pressure comes, throws, catch made, but way short of the first down. Yes, they needed to get about 8. He got about 3 or 4. And Terrell Davis makes a nice grab, but right away was it Brandon Finney Jr. right on him again?
It just amazes me. Devin Jackson comes with a blitz from the outside like he's a defensive back. Man, he was flying.
Here's a quick punt high. Off the side of the foot this time. Not a very good punt. Going to bounce inside the 40 of Oregon, and the Ducks will have it about their own 38-yard line. So first time Wes Paul has misfired on a punt. Still going to get a decent punt out of it, but not what he has been doing. No return at all after a measly 32-yard punt gives Oregon great field position. We're going to get a timeout right away. We'll go away and come back after this. Coors Light Mountain Cold Refreshment. Choose chill. Proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Celebrate responsibly. Let's go away. It's 41-3. Ducks initial stop on Oklahoma State's first offensive series. We'll get them all for the first time here in the second half at their own 38-yard line, 37-yard line here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Hello, is this Pacific Source Health Plans? This is a health plan. I'm trying to reach Pacific Source. I know I'll get a person on the phone when I call them. What do you think I am? I mean, you sound like a person. That's what counts.
Automated systems can do a lot, even sound a lot like people. What automated systems can't do is offer the quality our members rely on, empathy. When you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll talk to a person who cares.
What did you say your name was? Nexa 9000.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myocccu.org/getduckdebit.
To 3, Oregon with a lead. Last week, Oregon 506 yards of total offense. That was impressive. Oh yeah. In the first half, Oregon was 473 yards just in this half today. I mean, that's beyond the word. I keep wanting to say impressive. What can you say about a team that's operated as efficiently and as well as Oregon has in the first half offensively? I mean, they've done everything right.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, they're just so balanced in what they're doing, the execution of the plays, good decisions, the blocking downfield, the management of the, again, a few more penalties than they had last week, but more normal than what you would see in a game. So they've done what you're supposed to do, and Coach doesn't want them to shut the engine off now either. That's the thing about it. So it'll be interesting to see how this second half goes.
Jay Harris in the backfield alongside of Dante, or is that Jay out? Yeah, Dante is out there, and Jay Harris to his right. Dante on first down from that shotgun, moves Harris to his left, and the snap, and gives him the ball. Harris going to go right up the middle and run into a wall at the 40-yard line. So a pickup of almost 3. It'll be second down and 7. Receivers are Corian Moore, Gary Bryant Jr. They were out to the right. Let's see if they line up there again. Benson was the lone receiver out to the left. Here's second down. And they'll go Benson to the left-hand side. Sadiq inside of him. The other two guys out to the right. Snap and back to throw. Dante, quick throw out. Bobble, but catch made by Benson. This goes out of bounds about the 46-yard line. Little bobble, I think. And then he gathered it in and got it just short of the first down by a yard. The line to gain the 46. Or 47, he got it to the 46. So third and 1. Dante ready to hurry. Ducks want to run and give it to Harris again. He will get first down, and not a whole lot more. He got a yard more than he needed for the first down, and it'll be first down. Ducks just short of their own 49-yard line. 12:43 left, just underway. Second half, 41-3. Oregon with the lead. And you're for Mike Gundy. If you're Gundy, what do you say to your team at halftime? Just keep hitting them, guys. Keep playing. Two receivers go out to the left. Two to the right. Sadiq, one of those to the right. Now they close up. Double tight end. So Johnson and Sadiq, one on each side. And Dante, back play action to throw. Steps up, throws a little short pass, and tried to get it to Harris. I think on the left-hand side, it would have been just no gain if he'd have made the catch because he had a man right on him. But the ball was just a little too far away from him.
Yeah, it took a little bit of a shot back there from Jaleel Johnson, number 95, as he lets go of the ball. So don't want to see him taking any contact back there, but probably better that it was incomplete.
Second down at 10. At the 49 of Oregon, just across the 48. Dante will go under center. Dante Moore, that now a veteran quarterback, goes back and hands it off. Harris is going to go up the middle, get stuck right away. Not much running room here in the second half early for Oregon as Oklahoma State has bowed their neck a little bit. And the Ducks will have third down and 9.
Yeah, Wendell Gregory was able to get into the backfield pretty quickly and slow that play down. Just really crashing down on the play, gets a hand on Harris, doesn't bring him down, but slows him down enough where other defenders can come make the play.
Harris goes out. Lamar in the ballgame for Oregon at a running back. Three receivers strung out to the right. One of those Sadiq in motion back to the formation. Here's the snap and back to throw. Moore swings it, catch made Sadiq. He'll go to the 36 of Oklahoma State and get wrapped up there.
Just too tough to cover. I mean, you want to play, and he's defended here inside out. He makes a little move in, pops right back out. Linebacker can't get there in time.
14 yards on the play, handed off to Lamar. Going to go left, looking for room, gets a little room, straight arm outside of the 30. First down inside of the 20-yard line. Got a great Great jump outside to the left and then straight arm to Cowboy to get him another 5 or 7 yards.
He's just such a sturdy blue-collar guy. I just love the way he plays, the way he runs, everything that goes with it, let alone as a kickoff returner who never gets the ball, but has to stick his nose up inside, block every time. I love that guy.
Sadiq with a great block. He was the end on the left-hand side, and he kicked that defensive and outside and gave Lamar that room to run, and then Dylan Smith tried to bring him down, and he straight armed him out of the way. Here's a handoff to Harris running right, trying to cut it back, and doesn't get much. He'll get about 4 to the 15-yard line, and then they pile up there. Big number 71, Aiden Kelly, one of the Cowboys up off the pile.
I think it was Kenneth Harris, number 23, that makes the play there and did a great job playing outside-in leverage on Jay Harris. Harris wanted to go outside, but Smith played outside, came back in and made the tackle. Has really sealed that outside area off. Nice play, defensive play there.
2nd down and 6 from the 15, right hash. 2 running backs, one each side of Dante Moore now. And the snap, and hand it off to Harris up the middle. Spins inside to about the 11-yard line and down. Wrapped up by J.K. Johnson. Ducks have a man down at the 12-yard line.
Injured offensive player.
J.K. Johnson, who made that last tackle for Oklahoma State, had season-ending injuries in both 2021 and 23. He was a transfer from LSU, and he said, I'm going to come back and play some more. Credit to him fighting through injuries and showing up for the Cowboys. But right now, Ducks looking at Alex Harkey down at the 12-yard line. And we'll get a timeout while they attend to him. He's talking to the trainer, so okay in that way. We'll find out maybe how he is when we come back. 41-3 Oregon with the lead over Oklahoma State. 9:42 left here in the third quarter as Harkey is up and walking off. We're on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At Willamette Valley Cancer Institute, we know fighting cancer takes more than courage. It takes the most advanced care possible. That's why we offer the latest immunotherapies, targeted treatments, precision radiation, robotic surgery, and access to leading-edge clinical trials. We're not just fighting cancer. We're pushing the boundaries of what's possible right here at home. With locations in Eugene, Springfield, Albany, Corvallis, Florence, Newport, and Lincoln City, expert care is within reach. Find out how you can fight like a duck at OregonCancer.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing zero sugar cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Oregon.
He runs. He scores.
Oklahoma State.
Touchdown, Oregon.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
Thank you. 41-3 Oregon with the lead over Oklahoma State Cowboys. As the Ducks are driving with a 3rd down and about almost 2 from the 11-yard line of Oklahoma State. Alex Harkey is up, and Dusty Hara down on the sideline, or Toyota sideline. Mike, he looked like he was okay, maybe a little limp, but all right.
Yeah, he got rolled up on his ankle, and he walked off the field under his own power, standing up on the sidelines right now. They're probably lobbying to get back in. That's the thing with these guys. They're all wanting to play and get in the game, but it looks like Janoris Wilson will come in out of the timeout.
So it will be 3rd down and 2. Let's see where Janoris lines up. He has changed numbers, and they announced that to the crowd. Janoris Wilson will wear number 35. I don't see him out there right now. Or 78 now. Okay, he's still in his regular number. I thought they announced that there was a change. Other way around? Oh, I got you. So, 3rd down and 2. In the backfield, Lamar. Turn, hand, nope, going to throw. Off a little play action. Dante, end zone open, catch, touchdown, Gary Bryant Jr. But a flag down back at the line of scrimmage, maybe against Oklahoma State, though.
Holding, defense, number 5. That penalty is applied. The result of the play is the touchdown.
Protection.
He had time, didn't he?
Get protected like that, you allow the play to develop, and Gary Bryant was able to cross across and get wide open in the right corner of the end zone. It's just a crossing pattern, crossing from left to right, and Bryant's the guy that's wide open.
Sadiq into position at quarterback right now, but he brings everybody in, and they will try the extra point kick. He lines up back there as if it's a wildcat, but he says, no, let's go kick this. And Alex Harkey is back in after that little moment he went out with the injury. He's fine and back in, and that's great to see. Extra point try coming up. Snap, hold, kick up. And that time I think it was Gage Hurrick with the extra point move. It was. That makes it 48-3. And that touchdown, by the way, another $1,000 donation of $1,000 to the Eugene Education Foundation from On Point. On Point, people are the point. Well, the yardage keeps getting piled up. Another touchdown for Dante, and we'll tell you the numbers of the drive when we come back. 48-3 Ducks lead. Early third quarter on the Oregon Sports Network from their field.
Put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always sing with me. So put your phone on D&D. That means that do not disturb when you're driving. And when you're going from point A to B, I need you to stay safe, please, so always remember this beat.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
When I met both of them, it was like my missing pieces were found. Like it was just like an instant, these are my kids. If you're considering adopting a teen, just do it. Kids need families. I don't care the age. Everybody deserves a family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt U.S. Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
48-3 Oregon with a lead, 9:20 left. Gets to the numbers in the ballgame as far as yardage each team, but that drive, Oregon's first opportunity of the second half.
Yeah,
and made it count.
Another Toyota drive summary for the Ducks, no doubt about it, Jerry. 10 plays, 63 yards in 420. The last of it, 11 yards. Gary Bryant, 11-yard touchdown reception from Dante Moore. And Hurrick extra point, his kick. Makes it Oregon 48, Oklahoma State 3, 9:20 left here in the third quarter. So Oregon continues to put points on the board, be efficient on offense, be dominant on defense, and all the balance. And I wish they wouldn't have taken it off the board right there. But the offensive balance in relation to rushing and passing is unbelievable right now. 266 through the air, 270 on the ground. And last week, it was 253 rushing, 253 passing. Exactly the same. So the balance, when you're like that, I don't know what poison you choose if you're Oklahoma State to try it.
Black Sunday came to mind a moment ago here at Autzen Stadium. And Jorgie noticed the shadow of the blimp going across Autzen Stadium, which was from that movie. Oh, here it's a kickoff. This one's going to go to the 1-yard line and be returned. Jackson to the 10, try to cut it up to the 15, wrapped up short of 15. So the movie from years ago, Black Sunday, shoot 'em up thriller, based on a Super Bowl game, and there was. How did you remember that shadow?
I don't know. Crazy. And I don't think I ever watched the movie. I could just remember seeing that and go, "Ooh, that's associated with one of those shooting."
That's crazy.
One of those weird type of movies. But
we saw the shadow because the sun is out here.
Yeah,
the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day here at Autzen Stadium.
There's some hidden yards right there on that kickoff that we can talk about.
There you go. 15-yard line, first down for Flores. Fields going to get the handoff going left and gets a little slice, gets about 3 They'll mark it almost to the 19, a 4-yard pickup. Dante Moore today, by the way, 16 of 21, 266 yards, and 3 touchdowns. It's a big question is whether we'll see him come back or not. Here's second down and about 6. Zane Flores, the quarterback. Hess Hain was going to be the starter, but injured last week for Oklahoma State. Here's a play-action throw. Hand sack. Toyota Tatum. And Flores had no chance. I don't know how Toyota got in there so quick, but he was in there before Flores could even realize that he had trouble.
Betcher gets there first, gets blocked around him, but forces him up into the pocket. That's where Toyota is. So it's a great combination of playing disciplined defense. Outside, in, stay in your lanes, and you make the play. Toyota gets the sack on that one.
Third and long, the loss back to the 12-yard line. Third down and 13. Flores snapping back to throw. Time, throws, catch made, and short of the first down. A nice catch by Shamar Rigby. A little bit behind him as he crossing route from the left-hand side, but then closed in right away. No chance to go anywhere else. Was it Aaron Flowers? One of the Ducks there.
Well, the hidden yards on that one was the kickoff that was returned only to the 15. Fair catch it. Comes out to the 25. There were 10 yards worth of hidden yards right there in relation to the kickoff. And here you go right here. They're at the 19, punting it away.
And Paul will punt. Good snap. Booms one high. Very hang time. And Gary Bryant Jr. calling for fair catch and makes the grab a little bit of a bobble at his own 46-yard line. So Ducks with tremendous field position again, and we'll get a timeout. 7:16 left. Third quarter, 48-3 after a 36-yard punt, but great hang time. Oregon are going to get great field position at their own 46 when we come back. Safeway is the official grocery partner of the Oregon Ducks. Stop by Safeway to play the Score Big sweepstakes and enter for a chance to win great prizes like duck gear or even season tickets. And Duck Football brought to you by Pepsi. Go Ducks. Drink Pepsi. 48-3, Ducks with the lead with 7:16 left here in the third quarter. A lot more Duck football to go here this afternoon at the Sunshine at Autzen. A sellout crowd here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
This weekend, Kohl's is giving away millions in Kohl's Cash in store. It's like you're getting free shopping money. At least that's what I tell my husband. Yep, you're just making smart financial decisions, one trendy sweater at a time. Plus, all month, enter our online sweepstakes at Kohl's.com for a chance to win $200 Kohl's Cash. Some exclusions apply while supplies last. Giveaway ends September 7th. Sweepstakes ends September 30th, 2025. No purchase necessary. 20 winners per day. Limit one prize per person for entire sweepstakes. See Kohl's.com for official rules and details.
As a local community credit union founded by teachers, OnPoint is committed to supporting the students and faculty at the University of Oregon. And on game day, we're right there with you, on the field, in the bleachers, and in the classrooms. Drop by one of your local branches today and discover the many ways OnPoint can help support your financial well-being. OnPoint Community Credit Union. People are the point. Federally insured by NCAA. Equal housing opportunity.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember, back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son?
48-3, Oregon with 7:16 left here in the third in the Sunshine now, and just a tremendous crowd again here at Autzen Stadium. A green out day, if you will, or a green. And Oklahoma State, the Cowboys in their orange, pretty good section down to our left, and then you see the orange scattered kind of throughout the stadium, so they have traveled well.
I'm glad the sun came out for them.
Yeah.
To be able to see a little bit more than the Coburg Hills.
Dusty Harris.
Not the Coburg Mountains, the Coburg Hills.
Dusty Harris down below. Dusty?
If you guys can hear it in Autzen Stadium right now, they're playing Friends in Low Places. Garth Brooks, who is an Oklahoma State alum himself. So a little tip of the cap to the Oklahoma State fans who made the long journey from Stillwater out to Eugene, and you can see them. This is the first time I've seen a smile on their face since kickoff right now.
Dante Moore's day is done. Luke Moga will bring the ball club out and run the offense now from his own 46-yard line. Running backs each side. One to his left, one to his right. Back to throw on first down. Got to go down the left side, a little too far. And a pass interference call probably going to be called here against Oklahoma State. Maybe a hold on the pattern. No, that's what it was before. We grabbed a hold of that jersey.
Defense number 10. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Got a hold of Casper's, the back of his jersey, and just grabbed a hold for dear life. Casper could not get downfield to get a chance to catch that ball. Justice Lowe goes way out to the left with Casper. And Moga moving people around, trying to get everybody set up. Running backs Davis. That penalty takes the ball to the 46 of Oklahoma State, where it's first down. And the snap and hand it off. Davis up the middle, lowers his head, dives across the 40 to about the 39.
Little scoreboard update from Safeway. Little Safeway scoreboard update here. In the middle of the second quarter, Troy leads number 8 Clemson 10-0. What? It's like, are you kidding me?
Are you sure?
I am positive.
Here is second down at 5 and a whistle. And another penalty for Oregon today, which has been one of the only snafus.
Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
De'Aaron Hill, I believe, is in at running back. He's come back out. Hughes is back in. Mekhi Hughes comes in. Oregon with second down and 10. Back at the 44 of the Cowboys. Empty backfield now. Here's a little screen pass. A little behind, but Harry's going to make the grab and gets it maybe up to about the 42. And that ball thrown a little behind him. He had to go back for it. And that just takes that momentum upfield away behind your blockers. You don't get there as quickly and gives Oklahoma State time to recover. So Mulga threw that just a little behind.
You just want to see it out a little quicker, too.
Yeah, third down and 8 from the 42. Now Mulga looks to the sideline. Preparing to the right with 2 other receivers, one all alone to the left. And Johnson and Mike give it to Hughes up the middle. Mekhi Hughes is going to get maybe a couple of yards. He'll go to about the 38, and it will be fourth down. And Oregon will bring the punting team on.
First punt of the year.
How about that?
Or is this a field goal?
Oh, my gosh. This is going to be a field goal try. Who said punt? I didn't think it was a punt.
Field goal. 57-yard.
So this will be from the 42, a 52-yard field goal. 57-yard field goal from Sappington. 57 yards. And a whistle. And Oklahoma State might have called timeout.
Oh, 5-yard penalty.
They won't try 62, will they?
Yeah, I think Dusty Harry, you're saying there may have been a timeout called?
Lanning is on the line, judge, saying, whoa, call the timeout. They want to see the leg that they have again.
Prior to the delay of game, Oregon called the first timeout of the half.
Again,
30-second timeout.
This is a opportunity for Oregon to work on things in low-pressure situations where you want to see the leg in the range without the game on the line, so you see just how far you can go back.
Well, I've not been there, Jerry, and I don't know if you were at any of the practices, but I know Joey Mack has been at some of the practices and has seen Atticus Sappington's leg.
62 in practice. And there's a little wind, but nothing, I don't think, of any consequence. A little breeze.
And you have to hit it a little lower normally on these type of kicks. You can't get it way up in the air as a spinner. It's got to be a hard line drive, and Oklahoma State will put a return man back.
And Austin Novosad is the holder. Not Novosad. Here's the boot. Going to be short. Not going to get there. Going to go into the end zone. He can return it. He's going to bring it out to the 5, to the 10. Try to get it out to the 15, does, and then finally gets wrapped up about the 19-yard line. So, lost yardage.
Hidden. One of these days.
I was looking at you, just waiting for you to turn.
Were you?
Yeah,
to say hidden.
Lost yardage.
Hidden.
Yeah, if you don't return that, if you let it go into the out of the end zone, it comes out to the 25. But they gambled and tried to return it, only got it to the 19.
Yeah, I wonder how you treat that, though, Jerry, because if you punt it, you're probably down it inside the 10, and now it's at the 19. So I don't know how Coach Lloyd would treat that.
Oh, that's true. May not be lost yardage. Here's first down at the 19. Dan hand the ball off. Hicks going to go run up the middle to nothing. Got a yard to the 20. 4:34 remaining. Third quarter, 48-3. The Ducks still have not punted this year. How about that?
You're right. Oh, amazing.
Dusty Hare downstairs, Toyota Mike.
I got a question. What kind of return is that? It's not a punt return. Is it a kick return?
Well, they kicked it. For second down and 9. Snap and quick throw. Over the middle or a right slant catch to, who was that? Christian Fitzpatrick, who's a wide receiver out to the right-hand side. Started to slide in, then held up, almost a curl pattern. Nice catch. And then he got snowed under, but he got the first down. But we have a penalty? Oh, yeah.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense number 76. 5-yard penalty enforced in the previous spot. Second down.
Tough day for Oklahoma State. Not a lot has gone right for them. Referee is Stephen Barron today. Marlo Fitzgerald. Stephen Latante. David Young. Rich Amaroff. James Murphy. Donnie Altman. Abram Anaya. All the officials. Stripes. Doing a good job today. I feel for guys wearing those uniforms down there in stripes. They take a lot of heat, and all they're doing is their job. Here's second down at 14. Back to throw off the shotgun. Ball tipped. And Ashton Porter knocked it down. I just kept watching for that ball to be grabbed by somebody in green and returned for a touchdown. That's one of those dangerous balls that got knocked up into the air. So big third down. Ball at the 15. So 3rd and 14, right hash for Zane Flores. 2 receivers out left, 1 to the right. And Flores. Snap. Probably going to hand it off. Yep, he does. And not much at all. In fact, call it no gain. No gain. Now, one of the guys that you talked about a lot, you're like Blake Purchase on a solo tackle there, Georgie.
Just came right down from the line of scrimmage. Wasn't fooled by the mesh, thinking the quarterback was going to take it, and tackled the running back for essentially no gain on that play. Yeah, I like him.
Punt very, very high. Not very deep again. Fair catch called for. And taken at the 45-yard line. So the Ducks have to get great field position again as Gary Bryant Jr. secures the punt. We'll keep it right here. Duck Football brought to you today by Pacific Source. With health coverage for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles, Pacific Source, the local health plan that does what's right, not just what's required. 39 yards on that punt, but good job, no return on the punt team for Oklahoma State, but they still give Oregon great field position, so you don't flip the field there at all. 45-yard line, first down. Makai Hughes sets up to the right of Luke Mogan. All receivers are in tight, 2 each way, and hand this ball off, and he's going to get wrapped up almost right away. We'll roll forward for a couple of yards. 2:24 or 2:44 remaining here in this third quarter, 48-3. We're getting some different bodies in the ballgame.
Officials
Charlie
timeout for
Pickard.
an injured defensive player.
Charlie Pickard at the center job now for Pancho, whose day most likely done.
Sully Apaga was in the game, 83. And I would think eventually Luke Moga is going to put that ball in and pull it back off and see if he can get off to the races against Oklahoma State.
Injured player for Oklahoma State down on the field. Can't see a number yet, but he's up and talking all right, so a lower injury. Hopefully not very serious at all. And it's a star or kind of a utility linebacker, secondary guy, Kenneth Harris. 48 career games, so another guy that played a lot of football for Oklahoma State, a redshirt senior. Walks off under his own power. Nature made to care for fans on game day and every day. The official vitamin and supplement of Oregon football.
Quick scoreboard update brought to you by Safeway, the official grocery partner of the Oregon Ducks. The Beavers have taken the lead on Fresno State. Game late in the third quarter, 21-20 Oregon State. Moga on first down. Snap. Second down and 8, rather. Rolling right to throw. On the run. Got a wide open receiver. Catch made. McClellan goes inside the 20. Still on his feet. Straight on to the 5-3-2-yard line. Oh, my. And he was getting some help downfield blocking. How about Kyler Casper and Cooper Perry were both downfield blocking for him. First and goal, 51 yards on the pass play. Here's Moga on the snap, turn, hand it off. Hughes spins, gets close. No call yet. I think he's to the 1 yard line. And a helmet comes off of a Cowboy who will have to come out of the ball game. By the way, the NCAA working on transfer portal news this week, where they're going to trim that transfer portal down to just one portal, not two. It's about time. Yes. I'll be shocked if it's not approved. It's been recommended, and we'll see if it goes for approval. 1 yard line. Oregon right at 600 yards of offense. And Grace at the fullback in front of Davison, who is in the I-back formation. Moga under center. Turn, hand it off. And Davison slides in easily. Touchdown, Oregon. Another one. And a lot of guys getting ready to celebrate that touchdown drive. Just impressive to see Oregon hitting on all cylinders for the most part. Miscues, mistakes, no doubt. Oregon's showing they might go for two. Nope, they're going to bring everybody in, and they will kick it. Jordan Davidson with the touchdown. Yeah, he's got 4 touchdowns on the year, and it's only the second game. How about that for a freshman? Not redshirt, a freshman. Extra point kick coming up. Herrick again with the boot up, and that's good. So 54, make that 55-3, and we are not to the end of the third quarter yet. And for the Ducks, 601 yards of total offense. And we are not to the end of the third quarter. I might have mentioned that. I thought I heard you say that. Yeah, listen, scoring drive for the Ducks. A short field, but they utilized it very well. Yeah, and Toyota Drive summary, 4 plays, 55 yards in a minute 37. Jordan Davison, 1 yard touchdown run, and the Herrick extra point. Oregon 55, Oklahoma State 3. 1:17 left here in the third quarter. That drive summary brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places, and a nice toss by Luke Moga on the run to his right. Finds Jeremiah McClellan wide open. McClellan a nice and nifty, well-blocked run afterwards all the way to about the 2 yard line, and then the Ducks punch it in 2 plays later for the touchdown. Again, the balance, rushing and passing, closing in on 300 yards rushing, over 300 yards passing, as part of that 601 that Jerry mentioned a little bit earlier. So here it tees it up from our left to our right. Oregon in the green uniforms, fans in green today. Sunshine out now. Here's the boot. Going to go high, not deep.
go to the end zone deeper than I thought. No return at all. So Dusty here, our Toyota Sideline Mike, question for you. When's the last time Oregon totaled more than 600 yards in a game? How far back do you think we have to go?
I'm assuming not too far. I will go, oh boy, this is going to be a tough one. I'm going to go 2023, Colorado.
Okay, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back in a little while and find out how close you were. Your dog, that was the year. That was it. 2023 against Arizona State. I'm going to give it to you, though. I'm going to give it to you. Here's first down, empty backfield. Flores going to have interception. Mixon is going to pick six. Jerry Mixon jumped up in the air and said, look at what I found. And you know where I'm going to take it? Home. How about that? I got goosebumps.
I mean, what's amazing about that is it just was almost, for Mixon, it was almost too easy. I mean, he probably had time to think about, I got to catch this, I got to catch this, I got to catch this. That ball got to him quick. Sure-handed Mixon caught it right in the lane of the slant pattern, right where he's supposed to be. And the payoff, a touchdown for Mixon.
Wow. 61-3, extra point try coming up. Place, kick up, and it's good. It's just,
well, that one hit him right in the chest.
It was like it was thrown to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just floating exactly as you're supposed to do, watching the quarterback's eyes and drifting with him. Quarterback never looked off the slant, and Mixon just drifted right into it, right where he's supposed to be to make that play.
Flores just never saw him at all. Duck football brought to you by On Point Community Credit Union. People are the point. 62-3. And, yeah, that's Oregon's first defensive touchdown of the year, and I don't think it's going to be the last one we're going to see. But how about a linebacker making the pick instead of a DB, like a cornerback or a safety? Oregon's linebackers, Jordy, it's hard to pick and say what the best part of this defense is because they're all working together as a unit.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Betcher, Devin Jackson has been the main guy on the field throughout the first half. So what do you replace him with? Mixon? I mean, there's just no drop-off at a lot of these places, and some high-level guys that are only going to get better.
Kickoff will go way deep into the end zone and come out to the 25-yard line. Minute 9 remaining still here in the third quarter. 62-3.
Well, that's not a Toyota drive summary, but it sure felt like it. And I'll tell you what, Jerry Mixon with the 27-yard interception return for the touchdown, the extra point. As you said, 62-3, minute 9 left here in the third quarter. We're not even to the fourth quarter yet on what has turned out to be an absolutely gorgeous day.
Zane Flores still at quarterback for the Cowboys. Two running backs, one of those a fullback or H up to the front. Going to hand it off up the middle, and not much there for Brock's. Going to run right into the pile. Get 3 yards out of it as we approach the 1 minute time here in the third quarter. Zane Flores had a tough day. The 6'3", 215-pound redshirt freshman didn't start last week. He started today. Haas Hain was going to be the starter. He started last week, but he got injured that game last week, and so he's going to be out for a few weeks. They expect him back this year, though. Two receivers out to the right for Flores. Going to throw this time. The pressure comes. Well, that is picked again. Peyton Woodyard, take it home. Pick 6. Touchdown, Oregon. Oh, my. A flag down. I don't see where it is. So we're going to wait and find out what this is. No indication yet. Oregon bringing the kicking team on for the extra point. The official's still talking about it. And under pressure, bad throw by Flores.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a touchdown.
Going from bad to worse for Oklahoma State. Oh, has it ever? And what you got to be thinking about if you're Mike Gundy is, I got to get my quarterback out of there. I don't want him to mentally take any more damage. I mean, that's back-to-back pick sixes. Feel for the young man because he's giving it his effort. He's giving it his all. He's just not getting a lot of help out there. Here's the extra point kick up and good. And it is 69-3.
Sometimes you just got to hand it off and go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I talked to the radio guys for Oklahoma State before the ball game. We spent a little time talking, and they said, we're just not together yet. It's going to be a while. I said, hey, you got a whole new coaching staff, a lot of transfers, new class. It's going to take you a year or two. I don't expect magic things to happen, and I hope you guys don't. They said, no, we know it's going to be a process. We just got to take our lumps along the way and not get overly frustrated, and that's what this Cowboy team has got to do. I mean, whole new coaching staff, with the exception of the head coach, ton of new players, so learning each other, chemistry coming together. You lose your starting quarterback in your opening game to an injury. But there's a lot right now that Oklahoma State's got to overcome. But all teams have gone through this at one time or another, and you do. You find that leadership, you rally together, and you come back, and Oklahoma State will do that too. It's just tough against a team the caliber of Oregon this year.
Nobody's leaving this stadium. That's right.
How about that? Shout's going to be fun today. 27 seconds away. Here's the kickoff from Hurrick. That's going to go into the end zone and be returned. 10-yard line. 13-yard line and down. So, from worse to worser.
That's a good way to put it.
Let's go downstairs. Dusty Hare at Toyota sideline mic.
Guys, one of the most unique stories in all of college football is Toby Hastrup, who just recorded the tackle for Oregon, a true freshman out of Texas who's only played 1 year of football. He came from London, England, moved to Texas, found a high school coach who had him walk in the hall saying, wait, our 100-meter sprinter could play defensive end? And he only played 1 year of football before getting an offer from the Ducks.
How about that? First down run of about 4 or 5 yards. It'll be second down, and that'll be the final play. I would imagine the third quarter is the final 10 seconds will tick off. And Brock with a carry, 5 seconds, and we will go to quarter number 4. Duck football brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Toyota, 69-3. And otherwise, I would say the most exciting and entertaining part of a football game is normally right now, but this game has had all the excitement and all the enjoyment you can handle, and we still got a quarter to go, so let's shout! so special. It almost brings tears to your eyes. It's so monumental. It's just, what a moment.
It's making me a little bit hot right now. Take the jacket off.
The collegiate landscape. And Oregon smack dab at the top of it right now. With this performance of shout. Is this what you call fan participation? Oh, my. Dusty Hara downstairs with our Toyota sideline mic. I know what it's like up here. What's it like for you down there?
It's incredible. I mean, just watching everybody down here on the sidelines. Jenny Dell from CBS is getting into the action, too. She's singing, dancing on the sidelines. The entire Oregon football team is out there. If there was any question about Poncho Laloulu's availability, because Charlie Pickard came in, that man was dancing more than anybody else. We got no injuries. Everybody is happy and dancing on the sidelines.
Saw Gary Danielson, who's doing TV today for CBS. I saw him outside during halftime, and I looked at him and went, well, and he said, wow. I said, yeah, I got any words for it. Impressive performance for CBS TV today, and everybody watching across the nation. Here's Zane Flores. Is he back at quarterback? Get back on that horse, young man. Good for you. Going to hand it off, and off the right tackle and bouncing. Maybe not even back to the line of scrimmage.
Not sure if they have many more quarterbacks.
Yeah, they might not. 2nd and 6. Give them a couple, and it's still going to be long. 3rd down and 5 now. Zach Grisham on the stop for Oregon. And it will be 3rd down and 4. And I got to believe a steady dose, although don't give up on the pass game. Flores, snap, turn, and hand it off. And back to the line, maybe a half yard more, and it'll be 4th down and long. Bear Alexander, Blake Purchase. Oregon through 3 quarters. First downs, Oregon 23 first downs to Oklahoma State's 5. 282 yards rushing to the Cowboys 80. 319 passing to the Cowboys 61. 601 yards of total offense to 141 for Oklahoma State. Third quarter, 128 yards to 18 for Oregon. Corey Moore now, the deep man. There's a very high, great spiral. Fair catch called for. Corey Moore backs up and takes it at the 29-yard line. We'll get a timeout. I just realized, I look up at the yardage, 601 yards. That's what it was 2 touchdowns ago. They were both defensive.
That's right.
I looked up, I thought, oh, they didn't put some yardage up there. Wow. They weren't off the job. That was found yards, not lost yards. Or hidden yards. There we go, found yards. 13:43 remaining here in this 4th and final quarter. 50 yards, punt, no return. 69-3 Oregon with a lead in the sunshine here at Autzen on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Shauna, my mom, who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now, so good to see you here.
Well, I got some stuff for you, some numbers-wise. The last time Oregon scored 60 or more points was in 2023 against California. It was 63-19. Then, the last time Oregon returned an interception for a touchdown was in 2023. Jeff Bassa, 45-yard return against Texas Tech. What we don't know is the last time Oregon's returned 2 interceptions for touchdowns. Not in the record book. How about that? To me,
I mean, if John can't find it,
no, it's just
unfindable.
And Ashley Gentry tells us that in the record books that Oklahoma State, the last time they've been beaten this bad or had that many points scored against them was it 1907? That is. I can't wait to watch SportsCenter later today. Football final on ESPN. Just see what they say about this.
Safeway scoreboard update. Beavers trail Fresno State 23-21. About 11 minutes left in that game. And Troy is about to go in with a halftime lead over Clemson 16-3.
Here is from the pistol look, Moga, quarterback. Going to turn, just hand it off. And Mackay Hughes will get about 3 or 4. Interesting, I didn't notice this. TV just showed a tight shot of Nuku Mafia, 6'4", 325-pound redshirt freshman. He's the right tackle on offense for the Cowboys. Had his arm around Zane Flores as they came off. That's leadership. Patting him on the shoulder, patting him on the hat, saying, hey, you're okay. We got you. Don't be thinking about it. We got you.
Tough place to start your first game.
Oh, my gosh.
Top 10 team, hostile environment.
Here is second down and about 8. Cooper Perry in motion. Hand this one off. Oh, Mackay Hughes is getting wrapped up. And he, I think, got back to the line of scrimmage. It would be a rare lost yardage if he didn't make it back. I think he got there. It'll be third down and about 7. A lot of new Ducks in. Matthew Bedford, I heard. Fox Crater in the ball game now for Oregon as well. A lot of Ducks getting a chance to play. Moga looks to the sideline. Cooper Perry and a wide receiver to the left with Jeremiah McClellan. One receiver out wide to the right. Back to throw. Moga steps up, going to run. Here we go. He's got some speed. Turn the corner, 40, 50, and out of bounds all the way at the 45-yard line. Quarterback draw, design play, step back, and the blocking on the offensive line just took everybody and pushed him out.
And if you're Oklahoma State, you're not ready for that speed. I mean, you're just not ready for a quarterback to run that fast, and it's exactly what Luke Moga does. Nice pocket to throw in, but when he decided to run, the offensive line had just opened up all these lanes for him, and the underneath coverage had dropped so far, they just didn't have angles on Moga.
Put him out at the 46 of Oklahoma State. 22 yards on the run for Luke Moga, the redshirt freshman. And the snap and hand it off. And Mackay Hughes tries to use the leverage on the left hand and get himself an extra yard or 2. And he does to the 41. So he'll pick up 5, and it'll be second down and 5. Next week, a long trip. Headed back to Chicago and Northwestern in their temporary field this year as their new football facility is being built. Here's 3 receivers out to the left for Luke Moga from the 41-yard line. On second and 5, snap and a whistle and penalty against Oregon.
Full start. Offense, number 83, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Well, I'm sure that head coach Dan Lanning will, there's probably a lot in this ball game that they'll break down and say, we made a lot of mistakes. But you're coming at it from a 69-3 lead right now. But one of those will be penalties, Jorgie. 6 penalties for Oregon here in this game. Only 3 all of last week.
A few more, no doubt about it. I mean, again, I think a lot of times 6 penalties isn't bad for a game, but as a head coach, you don't want any.
And here's the handoff again. Hughes up the middle, spins, and almost got free. Just lost his balance at the 40. Spun off of somebody who hit him kind of low when he spun to try to keep going, but he couldn't get that upper body slow enough for the lower body to catch up with him. So third down and 5 as he got it back to the line of scrimmage. Moga looks to the sideline. So third down and about 4, more 4. Logan trips left. Here's to his right. Snap, back, want to throw. Quick throw. I don't know if it was tipped or just off target, but it was intended on the left-hand side for Jeremiah McClellan. And
I couldn't tell because every receiver to the left was open. He had his choice of underneath quick slants, and that ball must have either got tipped or he threw it behind. Might
have been Wendell Gregory who might have gotten a hand on it. And Oregon will have their first punt of the year.
And TV highlights it, which is pretty remarkable. 10 minutes left in the 8th quarter played this year, and you're punting it for the first time.
2 men deep as James Ferguson Reynolds takes his time, boots it very, very high. Boy, it's a great punt. It's going to bounce right to the 5 and be caught right there. James Ferguson Reynolds was punting last year at Boise State. We watched him in practice, and he really angles that ball to the sideline and can aim it, really aim it. Only 36 yards, but he puts it right where he wants it, and he really took his time getting that kick away. He waited. He knew he wasn't going to get hit. Got his team, the coverage team, downfield, bounced at the 10, down at the 5. That's perfection.
Yeah, I mean, just that little hesitation and the extra time that you take allows the coverage team to get down there to make the play they made.
So timeout, 69-3, 9:57 still left in this football game, and Oklahoma State backed up to their own 5-yard line when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When life blindsides you with an injury, you need a team that's tough. For over 30 years, Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people. This season, we're proud to partner with Oregon Athletics. Because whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, we're both determined to do what it takes to win. Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Injured? Dial pound law. Morgan & Morgan, 10150 Southwest 6th Avenue, Portland. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
There's nothing like the warmth of a campfire. But when it's left unattended, a campfire can destroy your favorite outdoor destinations. Don't let this happen to you. Make sure you have water and a shovel close to the campfire. Put the campfire completely out before calling it a night and before leaving the campsite. Drown the fire with water, stir the coals, and drown it again until it is cool to the touch. Score one for Oregon by keeping our forests green and beautiful. Learn more about campfire safety at keeporegongreen.org.
Ducks.
Pressure comes, throws, catch made, touchdown!
Cowboys.
Oregon's offense is rolling.
From the Country Financial Broadcast booth alongside Mike Jorgensen, here's the voice of the Ducks, Jerry Allen.
69-3, Oregon with a lead here, and still a lot of football remaining. DirecTV is a proud partner of Oregon Athletics. Stream the Oregon Ducks satellite free on DirecTV. Visit directtv.com today to learn more. Well, 5-yard line, they're backed up. And again, I was just so impressed when I got to see Nuku Mafi, big defensive or offensive tackle, wrap his arms around Zane Flores when they came off after that last interception and just consoling him, saying, hey, keep your head up. Keep your head up. We got you. You're going to be okay. I love that leadership and that teamwork. That's just good stuff. Tyrell Crosby is here and working. He's working the sidelines. Dusty Hare's going to try to get a chance to grab him in a moment. Hopefully we'll have a chance to talk with him and see what he is doing and has been doing. First down from the 5. Snap, bad snap, but he got a hand and handed off the fields. And to his credit, you mentioned, I'm not sure, we might have a new quarterback in there. Well, that's still Flores. Georgie, you mentioned they may not just have the depth in the quarterback room to be able to go to other guys.
I don't know who else they would go to at this point, but at the same time, what I would hope, I just don't think you want to take Flores back in the pocket and have him throwing a bunch of passes down the field anymore. Just hand it off 3 times, run 2 or 3 minutes off the clock. Save your people. You're going to need them later in the season.
Flores from the shotgun. Snap. And does hand it off. And spinning, trying to get outside, and not much there. Let's go downstairs to Dusty Hare, our Toyota sideline, Mike.
You guys talking about the quarterback position with Zane Flores, and the backup right now due to the injury of Haas Haney is Banks Burns, who is a true freshman, high school, and we know this is, you have a true freshman, you want to save those 4 games to eventually redshirt, so hand the ball off, keep it as healthy as you possibly can, and no need to put the true freshman out there.
So Flores from that shotgun on 3rd down and long, 3rd and 5. Motion man, change out, going to throw the ball, swings out, a safe pass, trying to get it outside, does, and almost to the first down marker, but they had trouble getting Royal Capel down. He got by the first would-be tackle and was able to get positive yardage, and he got enough for the first down.
Made a nice move over on the Oregon sideline. Cuts back inside, makes a duck defender miss, and then just puts his head down and carries the duck defender to the first down yardage. That was a pretty good run.
8:06 remaining in this fourth quarter, 69-3.
Solomon Davis came up and had a shot to stop him short of the first down, but just missed him.
Royal Capel way out to the right. Jackson inside of him. Here's the handoff again, and slicing over the right side for about 5 or 6. Nice run. Rodney Fields Jr. is 5'9", 195 pounds. And that, Dusty Hare reminds me that is the first down of the second half. Dusty, is that first down of the second half? I've heard you say.
That is correct. They had 5 first downs at the end of the first half, and Joey Mack had made the point that Oregon had scored 6 touchdowns in that first half. Right now, that is the first down of this second half for Oklahoma State.
Not more you can say after that, huh? 7:09. Hand it off again, and stuffed pretty much at the line of scrimmage. Well, I thought they'd given him the first down. It's 3rd and 1 now. No, he's short of it. Okay. Barry Alexander, one of those ducks that transfer. Barry Alexander, he's a big dude, 6'3", 302, and moves really, really well. Transfer from USC. And here's 3rd down and short. Flores, snap, turn, hand it off. And no, he kept it. He's going to go left, try to get the first down, and he will not get there. Well, I don't know if I want my quarterback running this late in the ballgame when you don't have really too many guys on the bench. He wanted to throw that ball, and there was nobody open. I think, Georgie, he wanted to drift left and throw that ball.
Yeah, I think it was throw first, run second, but he noticed right off the bat, and again, when you've had two balls picked off for touchdowns, you don't want to throw it into coverage, and he just doesn't have the speed that Oregon's defense has.
Very high punt. DeCorian takes it, and not on a fair catch. Going to keep it, try to get it outside. Needs a block, gets by a man. Now another 30, and then cuts back and goes to the 34-yard line. Little stutter steps here and there, and then speed, and then stutters. Got a little bit of block. Close downstairs to Dusty Hare. He's got one of the all-time greats for Oregon. Big guy.
Yeah, down here, he's working in a different capacity these days. Tyrell Crosby, an all-time great on the offensive line here for the Oregon Ducks after a career in the NFL. You've taken up something new. Tell Duck fans what you're doing here in a working capacity.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like Cameron Hunt. Got into photography. It's, for me, a good way to kind of get outside, walk around, and just do photography.
What was the impetus of you really getting into photography and in getting your interest sparked by it?
Yeah, really scuba diving. Love scuba diving and wanted to learn to take photos underwater. Realized it's way too difficult to do it underwater, and might as well do it on top of water. So started walking around New York City with a camera and fell in love with it.
Now you're getting into sports photography. What's the hardest part for sports photography for you? And is it harder than actually stopping a defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback?
This is so much harder than football. I was telling one of the photographers earlier, I'm like, this is way more difficult than football. It's been challenging, but I've been enjoying it.
What's your favorite part about capturing the moments out here?
Just knowing hopefully I make an athlete's day with one of the photos I take of them.
Where can people see your photos once the game's over, and where can they see what you've been up to?
So I do have a photography account on Instagram. It's TC73 photography. After my football number here, 73. But yeah, I just usually post on there.
You're in Eugene, but you said you're living in New York City now. How long are you in Oregon for?
So I'm here till Tuesday, and then move, thankfully, back onto the West Coast in November.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and good luck with the new career in photography.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Tyrell Crosby.
Wow. Big guy that took up 2 spaces on the offensive line. And I was so amazed when I started seeing his photos on X of underwater scuba diving. I mean, he was a big underwater guy. So we got time. Okay, let's get a break. Huh? Take the break. Come back. 69-3. Oregon with the lead here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
From the first whistle to the final play, being an Oregon fan calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, the official vitamin and supplement of Oregon football, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Well, on a first down run, the handoff gets the lost yardage back to the 32-yard line. Quarterback now, Brock Thomas, redshirt sophomore from Sheldon High School. What a thrill it must be to have watched games here as a kid growing up and now be on the field playing. Thomas under center. Brock waiting for that snap, turn around, play action to throw, got hit as he throws. Well, he turned and he had no time to even realize that he was going to get a hit. To his credit, he got rid of the football.
Yeah, he's fortunate to have gotten rid of that football. Off the edge, real quickly, was Wendell Gregory, a defensive end, rush man from the outside. Had 3 sacks last week. Very athletic, but he's not been a factor at all here today.
Third down and long. Thomas back to throw, gets hit, and the ball pops up into the air, and it is going to be no whistle. That's going to be a touchdown if they rule that a backwards pass, and it may be a fumble. A little confusion on the field right now.
I do too.
Okay, I don't see a flag, but everybody else does. I mean, I still don't see where that flag. Oh, there it is, up by the 32-yard line, yeah. So, a penalty most likely, we're told, against the defense. So, what was going to be a touchdown, it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, I hate to see, Zaire Addison, the left tackle.
Offside, defense number 17. 5-yard penalty enforced in the previous spot. Third down.
Addison was left tackle, and everybody kind of stopped on the play. I mean, again, it was one of those free plays, and Brock Thomas knew it. Smart play by Brock Thomas, but you got to remember, as an offense, you still got to protect and run the play because they didn't blow the whistles. And
he threw that ball, but it popped up out of his hand backward.
Yeah, got blindsided. Had no idea the rush was coming.
So it would have been a fumble recovery. It would have been for a touchdown. And now we've got a timeout called.
Are they challenging? They wouldn't challenge at this point in the game, would you?
You can't challenge a penalty.
Oh, excuse me. I thought we were talking about whether it was a fumble or not.
That would be a good question if it were not.
But the penalty nullifies that, yeah.
I'm still not sure what the officials have called time. The officials on the field had to call timeout because they were told to by the booth upstairs. Or, well, Thomas's helmet came off.
He lost his helmet.
That may be, but does the penalty nullify that? If the play wasn't blown dead, it wasn't a dead play, so it should be. He should have to go out for a down. And that's probably what they're looking at. Dusty, what do you got down there?
Well, as you guys mentioned, the clock was still running throughout the course of that play, so I'm not sure if it's a clock issue. The penalty should nullify the helmet coming off.
Yeah. So maybe they are resetting the clock for the correct time. But when did you blow it dead? Because the offsides didn't end the play. So what should have happened is they should have allowed the touchdown to finish, and then the penalty nullifies the touchdown. I think everybody, including the officials, stopped playing.
I know they want to get it right, but it's 69-3, and there's 4 minutes and 49 seconds.
They're going to come look at something.
If 10 seconds got wasted, if that's what they're looking at.
They're not going to look at a targeting, are they?
Come on.
Boy, Brock Thomas got a helmet right in the back, and that might be what they're looking at. So what happened was the play was third down at 5. Brock Thomas took the snap. Flag came out. He got hit from the side. The ball popped up and went backwards. So that's a fumble. He didn't come forward with the arm. It got knocked out of his hand. One of the Oklahoma State Cowboys picked it up and went down to score, but everybody stopped. The officials didn't blow the play dead.
After review, the ruling on the field is upheld.
What was the ruling?
First down, correction, third down, Oregon.
So is he talking about the penalty, or? I am totally confused here. But again, the officials on the field are told what to do or what to stop. Here's empty backfield. Thomas is going to bring his running back to block for him. Get the game over with. 4:49 remaining. Now empties the backfield, going to keep it, wanted to run, and there's nothing there. He's going to get ripped down, and that'll be a loss back to the 34-yard line. That was a designed quarterback draw.
It was. And it just broke down at the line of scrimmage. Oklahoma State just blew it up immediately, so there was no chance on that play. Oregon hoping to fool Oklahoma State on a third and long type of situation, but okay, second punt, 2 punts in a row, right? Is this 2 in a row?
I think so.
I'm actually looking forward to James Ferguson Reynolds not having to chip one down inside the 10, but to be able to either directional kick or let her go.
Yeah, he'll be doing that here. Here's the kick. Almost got hit. This one's going to be fair caught at the 28-yard line. Boy, they were close to getting a hand on that one. And this ballgame, which was so exciting for so long, is really slowed down to a dull roar. But it's 69-3. After a 38-yard punt, no return, the Cowboys will get it back at their own 29-yard line. Wow. Been a lot of highlights. We'll have some of them for you on the postgame show coming up. Dan Lanning in our postgame discussion with the coach. I'm sure he'll be happy, but also have things that need to be corrected. Out of the pistol, Flores turn and hand it off. Riggs is going to go outside, get a little room, cuts it up for a good 5, 7, maybe 8-yard run now out to the left-hand side. Finishes over in front of that Oregon bench. 3:46 remaining. Duck football brought to you by Safeway, the official grocery partner of your Oregon Ducks. Stop by Safeway to play the Score Big Sweepstakes and enter for a chance to win great prizes, such as duck gear or season tickets. Got a chance to see Northwestern play last night. They got the victory, and we'll have an extra day to prepare for Oregon. They're watching, I'm sure, this game. 2 wideouts to the right for Flores. Bell Jackson. Snap, turn, hand it off again. Nick's going to go outside. I cut it back, and nothing there. Not going to get the first down. He'll get close to about the 39. He'll picked up maybe a yard, and it'll be third down in about 1.
10 receivers have a catch today. That's distributing it around. Hard to believe that Noah Whittington's only touched the ball. If you really think about it, he's only touched the ball 4 times today. 4 times.
69-3, 2:39 remaining. Third down and a yard. Flores out of the pistol, running back behind him, gets the handoff and gets the first down. And Hicks will go to about the 43-yard line. And if the Cowboys can get one more first down, they might not even have to do that to run the clock out. Down to 2:21 remaining. 631 yards of offense to 176 for Oklahoma State. Dominance. And the Cowboys not in a hurry to run the offense as the two-minute warning comes up, and that's why. So 2-minute timeout. We'll take it 69-3. Oregon with the lead, but still not officially a win yet. It won't be for another 2 minutes here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Ducks fans, with McDelivery from McDonald's, the only thing you'll be walking to is Autzen Stadium. Whether you're fueling up before the tailgate or coming home after the W, your favorites are just a tap away. Because it's always a good day for golden fries, crispy chicken sandwiches, and hearty breakfasts delivered right to your door. That's McDelivery from McDonald's, the official breakfast of Oregon Athletics. At participating McDonald's, most opt into rewards. Delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery other fees may apply. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby. Better than I've been to myself.
Welcome back to Autzen Stadium, 69-3. Looking over the Coburg Mountains out to my right. Okay, they're hills, they're not mountains. But it's interesting when folks come out from the Midwest here to Eugene and Willamette Valley, they see the Coburg Hills and they say, well, you guys got mountains out here. No, those are hills. And when we go to the Midwest, we see what they call our mountains and we go, no, those are hills.
Do we really even see mountains when we go there?
No.
We see the end of the earth, basically, don't we?
Yeah, it's so different to be on the West or in the Intermountain States even, and then go to the Midwest where it is so flat. The plains, I mean, every part of the Americas have their own particular beauty, but very different. And final 2 minutes with a new set of downs for Oklahoma State.
By the way, Safeway scoreboard update, the Beavers have retaken the lead over Fresno State. About a minute 19 left in that game, 27-26.
So, Zane Flores, Caleb Hicks has been the guy that's been packing the rock for the last probably 2 series for them, as they're just trying to be very, very efficient, very thorough, very basic, and try to get this clock moving and get out of here. Flores from the pistol in front of Hicks will turn and hand it to him again. He'll go right and get it to the 50-yard line. He'll pick up 6, bring up second down and 4, and it's 152 remaining. Clock moving. Mamatudi on the stop for Oregon defensively. What you love to see, like we did last week, Georgia, is so many guys getting significant playing time in this game. Experience.
Yeah, look at the guys that made the plays for the 2 pick sixes. And they're not starters, and yet they're in there in the right place, playing hard all the way through.
From the pistol look with a H-back to the left. Turn and hand it off again. It's trying to go outside of the right. Gets the edge this time. Got a first down and a lot more. Goes out of bounds. Inside the Oregon 40. Runs into the Oregon bench. They'll mark it at the 36. With a minute 14. That will stop the clock.
I was waiting for a flag to come out. Ashton Porter, I couldn't tell if he was being held, but it looked like he was trying to get off a block, and they wouldn't release. Could you see it down there, Dusty?
Yeah.
Significant. It was a pretty significant hold on that one. He was trying to get to the outside. They were outside the chest plate on the shoulder. No call.
Here's the snap again. Going to go to the right side. Hicks cuts it back. Nice run again across the 30. Go to the 29-yard line, approaching the 1-minute mark. As the Cowboys are patient just to run the ball, let that clock run. I'm sure they would love to score, but right now I think it's more about letting that clock run out.
Yeah, this might be the last play right here.
Yep. Well, the Blip has had some great shots of Eugene, the footbridge over the Willamette River, and all the fans. And what a beautiful, sunshiny, blue sky day in Willamette Valley with rain on the way early next week. Here's Hicks and what may be the final play of the game. Turn, hand it off. Or rather, Hicks and the handoff goes right and goes down inbounds.
No, don't stop the clock.
Got a first down, so they'll stop the clock for that with 24 seconds remaining.
Sorry,
I know.
I'm not rooting against him.
No, I was thinking the same thing. Don't run into the play. I mean, right now you just don't want guys to get hurt. No reason to be there. I'm not sure that Flores is going to run another play with 18 seconds remaining, 23 on the game clock. They may just let that clock run. You're going to send guys out. Line of scrimmage, 2 guys go left, 1 right. Flores with a snap. Hand it off again. Trying to go outside, cut it back, nothing there. Final score, Zeros hitting the big board. And it is officially now a 69-3 victory. Oregon over Oklahoma State. An emphatic statement made by Oregon. We are the Ducks, and we can play football. Whole lot of season remaining, but after 2 games, this Oregon Duck football team looks for real, Georgie. Made another statement today.
Growth. You want to see growth in this team? A lot of veterans out there, but a lot of young guys are going to be big-time contributors as the season goes on. You want to see this team grow each and every week. I think there was some more growth this week. But as all coaches, and as they've told Dusty before, there's always going to be things to work on. They'll find it from this game and take it into their first road trip to Northwestern next week.
No doubt. I don't know if Dusty's still on the field or if he's gone upstairs. Dusty, when you look at what Oregon accomplished today, you say, okay, last week it was Montana State. Take nothing away from Montana State, but a bigger school, a bigger team, Oklahoma State, but it didn't seem to make any difference to Oregon. It's not about who they play. It's more about them executing what they do.
No, we always hear the common phrases, Ducks versus Ducks. Every single week, every single game is just Oregon versus Oregon, and I think that was on display. Usually it just sounds like coach speak, or it just seems like a mantra that guys will just say and you don't really know what it means. This is what it means. It means taking your expectations and growing them week after week. And what we saw from an execution standpoint in week 1 was impressive. They raised the bar in week 2. I mean, the first 3 plays of the game went for 2 touchdowns for the Oregon offense. They only allowed 5 first downs in the entire first half. They didn't allow a first down until the 4th quarter in the second half. That is depth showing and improving week to week.
69-3, the final. Duck football brought to you by OCCU. Duck fans get more for the things they care about with remarkable checking and the Duck debit card. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Learn more at myoccu.org/get Duck debit. All right, post-game show coming up. Explosion plays today. Heading up. We'll talk about those and a lot more. A lot of stats to go over as the Ducks get the win. 69-3 over Oklahoma State in the Big 12 today here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, Toyota Tundra's got heart-pounding horsepower. Tacoma is one rugged ride, and the 4Runner is tough as nails. Truck, yeah. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Valley River Inn is a proud partner of Oregon Athletics and your go-to game day stay. Just minutes from Watson and right on the Willamette River. Enjoy 250 newly renovated rooms, a fitness center, bike rentals, outdoor pool, and riverside dining at Sweetwater's on the river. Whether you're in town for kickoff or need a local escape, catch the game, then catch your breath with us. Fans score 15% off with code HOMETEAM. Visit ValleyRiverInn.com and make your stay a win.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Oregon Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Jess Sims is always looking to take her performance to the next level.
Palms facing you, then you're going to switch.
You got this, Jess.
We got this.
And she needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money.
About the mental work.
Together we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us. Visit usbank.com today to get started. Member FDIC, copyright 2025 U.S. Bank.